$2 in my pocket and a dream in my hand, digging through old purses for some change again. Window shopping like it's therapy, garbage picking for treasures is the life I lead. Wi-Fi is out, electric bill is late, ain't no dinner, just paper plates, living off the pantry and dollar store canned food, which is fine, I still look good, I still shine. I'm a broke bitch, I cannot go too far because you know I can't afford it anyway.
Hello, everyone. Welcome in. Thank you so much for joining my co-host Mary and I for another Spiritual Learning Thursday. Every Thursday, we go over a different topic. After we play the video on the topic, we'll take any questions that anyone has and we'll try to answer them the best that we can. If you have any ideas on what you would like to learn about in the next upcoming videos, please leave a comment. We will be with you shortly. If you would be so kind as to take this time to give a like and share out the video, it would be greatly appreciated. Sit back, enjoy the show. Thank you so much again for coming. Hi, everyone. It did. It must have been if you spelled a word wrong and it didn't know what it was. It will hold it or not let it go through because it's like, no. They stepped up their AI game a little, but yeah, I just wanted to put that disclosure up there because yeah, I don't, we have a lot of people from different places and they use different words than we do. And I don't want anybody getting upset in the chat. But
because it may not mean the same here as it does there.
It may not mean the same. It may not mean the word that we use here that sounds derogatory is used different somewhere else. So I don't want people getting upset, blocking each other. I try to make everybody that I know well a mod so that there's no problems. But if I missed anybody, but whatever. That's it. So that's why I put the little disclosure up there. Plus, because that YouTube sent me a thing saying that they stepped up their AI game for the phrases and words and nasty stuff. So the AI will block whoever it wants to block. If it's spelled wrong, they don't know what it is. The AI will do it. We don't have to censor anybody. They're doing it enough for us. Okay, with that out of the way. Mary has.
Hi, Zach.
We're also streaming on Mary's channel, just so you know. So if you don't see someone here who we talk to, that means they're on Mary's channel. So welcome everybody. And
Hi, Shire.
Hi, Zach.
You might want to make him blue.
Oh, Mr. Zach.
I know looking at the StreamYard, that's why I said that.
Yeah. I don't see who's. I think almost everybody else is blue. Yes. Okay. So,
Hi, Fancy. Hi, Chimera.
I wonder why, Boomer. That's weird. I mean, they said they stepped up their game. Hi, Kim.
May I turn that off? Can't you turn off?
No.
Oh, you can't?
No, that's why I put that up there, because YouTube has the AI doing it now. So if you take it off, you take all the protections off your channel, and I didn't want to do that, so it's fine. We just, just be careful on what you type. I mean, I think it's just that it's if you spell it wrong and they don't know what the word is, they'll block it too, and that's they're trying to make everybody literate. I don't know why, but I see you, Boomer. I don't know why. I saw I think I saw everything you put in there.
I mean,
that's not it.
I know everything put so far. They said it's blocked for it, so I don't know. Are we not seeing what he puts originally, even though they're blocking it? Me and you mean, I guess not.
I don't know, because I can't see if it's blocking it or not. It doesn't show it. It just doesn't let it through, so I don't know. That's a YouTube thing, guys. I can't do anything about that, I cannot. But anyway, because I have to have some protections on there. So, yeah. You like my shirt?
Yeah, can get a thumbs up over on the side. You don't have to stay there. Thumbs up, big though.
Yes. My shirt says, warning, may spontaneously communicate with the other side.
I like that.
So if I talk to myself, I'm really not talking to myself. This is a way to get away with it. I'm talking to the other side. Leave me the fuck alone. Those were the comments in the block before. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can't tell you.
Didn't they?
Yes. I think it was because it was just in my creator studio, so they must have just put it into effect. And they were like, "Do you want to take off the blocks?" And I'm like, "Hell no!" Then anybody could write anything. I don't like that, I said, "No, just fucking leave it. We'll see how it goes."
Well, StreamYard's popped up some stuff too, so I figured it was telling us. I just went over it and kept on going, but I didn't read it. I read it.
Oh, yeah, but StreamYard's not blocking the YouTube channel.
Right, I know. I was just checking to see what their updates were. I mean, I didn't check to see, but you're right.
I test a few words to see if it's working. You're so funny.
I got a notification for YouTube, but I haven't read it yet.
Mary, all of a sudden your audio went wonky.
I may hit it or something. Can you hear me now?
Yes. I can hear you. They say you sound crackly and muffled.
Am I here now? Do you hear me now?
I do. I think you guys are hearing the TV. She does have TV in the background.
Yeah, I'm sorry, you guys. I mean, I can't throw out completely. I mean, he can mute it, but is it too loud? Are they hearing it real well?
I'm hearing it now, the full conversation. No, it wasn't the TV. She was leaning on her mic. You're right. Now it's better, but
I'm
I
not
can
on it
still hear
now. I
you.
mean, can you hear me? Can you hear it now? Hear me better now?
I hear you better now, yeah.
Okay, he muted the TV.
All right,
All
good.
right, he
Because
just have to read the subtitles.
while you're telling your story, you should have the TV muted. Go ahead and Mary's going to tell you her experience yesterday. And hi, Michigander Man. Much love to you,
Well,
sweetheart.
why I had to make a phone call in the middle of her live last night.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't been sleeping well for the last 4 days, 5 days, something like that. Anyway, I as of the let's see, wait a minute, what's today? Thursday. So Wednesday, Tuesday, as of yesterday, I hadn't slept since Tuesday afternoon. Well, I had a dream, and I don't remember dreams, and this are really vivid and very, I don't know, prominent to me. I don't know how to say that what it is, but I only remember certain ones. Well, I had this dream about my brother, and he was leaving from here. He moved to Colorado from Alaska. Well, he drove home here from Colorado to visit and stuff. And anyway, he was on his way back home. And he was on the highway, or expressway, or interstate, whatever you want to call it. And he pulled over and called me. He was aggravated with me. I know why. I don't know what was going on. Me and him's had a few disagreements about my health care and stuff. Anyway, he called me and he'd been drinking. And I said, you don't need to drink and drive. I said, you need to stop. He said, well, and he went about something. I don't know. I don't remember the conversation part. All I remember is, as I said, before he again, I said, you don't need to drink and drive. He said, well, I'll show you. And bam, it was like I was there watching him. Literally could see everything he was doing up above him. It's like I was looking down on something that's happening, but I'm like up on a bridge or whatever. I don't know what I was on, but I could just been in thin air. But anyway, it was like I was there. And he goes into traffic and he's swerving around vehicles and he's driving down the interstate, and he goes to go around this one car and he went too far over and he hits the medium. Well, he goes down the medium, he gets control of the car, he comes back out of his vehicle. I believe he's in a pickup. He gets back up on the highway, or the expressway, and he's going down the road some more, just a little bit, and then he loses control, goes back down in the medium, comes back out of the medium, and that's when the truck flips. He flips the truck. Well, and right then, my son that lives with me, he comes and touches my arm and wakes me up and tells me that the people are here to check my oxygen machine. He woke me up. I don't know what happened after that. Okay, so I was a little upset about the whole thing. What? Wait a minute. Hang on, I have to go to.
Remember asked if it was a dream or if it was in real life.
Hang on a minute.
I have to do is say it was a dream.
Oh yeah, I told him that was the dream part. He asked before you said your son woke you up. Yeah.
Yeah, and my son woke me up. That was my dreaming before my son woke me up. Anyway, he woke me up, and I was upset about the dream and stuff, and because I know my brother, he drinks, but he hasn't, that I know of, You know, I don't know if he's drinking, driving, or what he's been doing because he don't live here. So anyway, I sent him a message on Messenger. I said, I said, I had a dream. I said, please don't drink and drive if you do. And I said, stay away from interstates, freeways, or anything that's 4 lane. I said, if at all possible. I said, and don't drink and drive. I said, I had this dream. I was very vivid. I said, I know you don't believe in what I believe in, but please don't do this. And he sends me a message back and he tells me, he said, don't worry, Mary. He said, I haven't drank and drove. He said, since my DUI many years ago. He says, I won't even have one drink at dinner if we're out somewhere. He says, so don't worry about that. I said, okay, you know, it relieved my being upset and stuff. Well, in the meantime, okay, between the time I talked to him and the time Christina's in chat, I'm in chat last night, Christina doing cards, my youngest brother messages me and says, I had a dream too. Call me now. So I'm like, okay, so I mean, normally he don't put it in big letters like that unless he's upset. So I told Christina in the chat, I said, I got to call my brother. I don't have a choice. So I called him. He tells me about his dream that happened that night, which right after I had the dream about my brother flipping his truck. He gets a dream about our brother, our oldest brother. And the dream was that he got a phone call from my oldest brother's living girlfriend or whatever she is, fiance, I believe, that Danny had passed away, which is my oldest brother. I said, you got to be kidding me. I said, you had this dream? And he said, yeah. He said, I had to tell you about it. He said, but I said, I didn't tell Danny about it. He said, but the reason why Danny told me about what you dreamed about, he said, is because I'd had that dream. And he says, I messaged him that my youngest brother messaged my oldest brother, that Danny, that we was dreaming about. And he says, I love you, bub. He said, I don't tell you enough. I thought you needed to hear it today. And that's all he said. So Danny called him to ask him what's going on, you know, because Eric don't do that. You know, he don't just up and say that to him. You know? So he knew something was up. So he said nothing. He said, I just wanted to tell you that. And then he said, well, you know, he said, I thought it was kind of weird that Mary texts me and tells me about this dream, and then you tell me that you love me. He said, I had to call you. Well, he didn't tell Danny about him having a dream. But when Danny told him that I had one, he was like, okay, this one of us having a dream about him is one thing, but both of us having a dream about him at the same pretty much same time, like a couple hours difference in between. And, you know, I said, well, I didn't see the end of my dream. All I seen was him flipping the truck. He said, well, all I got was that he had passed away. He says, and she didn't even tell me how.
Right.
She just said he passed away. But in my youngest brother's dream, my dad was there. My dad passed away in 1980. Well, it was 1982. He passed away. At the age of 62. But anyway, he's there in my youngest brother's dream, right? He's sitting there. Apparently, my brother was at lunch in his dream. He was at his lunch period time at his job, and he was at the cafeteria. Well, when he got the phone call and he got off the phone, he turned around, and my dad's sitting there at the table. and he's not acknowledging Eric at all. He's not saying nothing to him. He's not um, talking to him at all. He's not even acknowledging him that he's even there. So, my brother's got some pin-up stuff from my dad from years ago. Anyway, from our dad. Anyway, so he just because he's so upset, he just lets dad have it. He starts telling him off and telling him all the stuff that that he could have done better, how he treated our mom, just all kinds of stuff. And just in general, he's just going off about stuff because he was so upset. And he said when I got done saying anything to him, said dad just got up and walked off and disappeared. He's so, I don't know how to take that. And I said, well, it could be that he come to you in your dream, because you needed him there at that time because he knew you was so upset and that he could be your punching bag. And I said, and then he left. I said, but I would think he would have said something to you or something, but he didn't. But anyway, in all this, so I'm upset because he's had a dream and he's upset because I had one. And so now we're like, so far everything's okay, but it's just kind of strange that we both had it at the same time. I don't believe in coincidences, I believe that we're having those dreams for some reason, but we can't figure out what that is. So if anybody in this chat or in general has any idea or kind of analyze what y'all think, I'm up to suggestions on all of it. I mean, that's just, Christina had her own view of it, what she thinks.
Yeah, my view was that her brother Danny is in having some kind of, I don't want to, what's the nicest way to say it? Like a mental turmoil. He's having mental turmoil and he needs help. And the best way the spirits could relay that was to give you guys dreams trying to tell you that he needed help. But because it's hard to relay a message of mental help that he needs, they were trying to get you just to get with him, and that was my thought when I heard it. But Mary was curious to get you guys if after hearing the two dreams, did you have any feelings or anything, because you guys are, a lot of you are intuitive too, so
right. I mean, it's just I don't know. I mean, because I don't remember my dreams at all, unless it's something significant.
Tired thought like I did. She said, Luna, it sounds like a warning and that he is in a mental decline and he does need help, but the brother doesn't. These damn things cut it off. But the brother doesn't seem to want to call out for help. Oh, okay. So your brother Danny doesn't want to call for help, but he really needs it. Okay. Maybe he needs a reminder that he's important to you guys. It's
feeling
true.
Disconnected. Well, I understand that, but I can message him or call him or whatever, and I don't call him. We had a falling out. Me and my oldest brother did over my household and my health. He wanted to kick everybody out of my house and me be alone with just a caregiver coming in to take care of me. Well, you can't. I wasn't letting him do that. I mean, I choose who I live with. For starters, one of them is my child. I don't care if he's 100 years old. If he needs a roof over his head, he's going to be here. That's just how I feel about it. And Yes, does he need to get his shit together? Yeah, he does. But that's between me and my son, not between me and my brother and my son.
Right.
But he, I think part of what's going on with my brother is he lost his best friend. His best friend passed away, which he was all of our friend, and we grew up with him. But my brother took it very hard. But just before he passed away, he lost his oldest daughter too. So between that and that, yes, I'm sure. But I've tried reaching out to him. I've talked to him and stuff. May need to talk to his fiance and see what she thinks. But
Well,
Danny tells
that's an idea.
Danny tells me that he's very happy. That he's happy where he's at. That he likes Colorado. And he always wanted to move there. So he's very happy. He said he's finding his way around. He said, I will tell you this. He did say this. He said, because I said something about being on expressway or highways or anything. And he said, I'm not reading chat right now, you guys, but I will in a second.
Mhm.
He said they almost got hit the other day on a freeway or something. I don't know, run 4-lane highway. Anyway, he said these people drive like crazy here. He said I thought we was speeding in Indiana. He said nothing like they do here. He said they will run you over. And he
Yeah.
said, and I drive the speed limit. He said, for starters, I get a discount on my insurance, a big one. And he said, since my DUI years ago, he said I have to cut corners somewhere on it. So uh, they get a discount for driving the speed limit. So anyway, he said I want to live. He said I don't want to
Yeah.
get hit. So he's not one that I don't think I will ever have to worry about him uh, hurting himself as far as taking his own life, because he's he is so much he's believed in God and what can happen if he did and all that for many years. He's not one to commit suicide, I'm trying to say. Um but does he have he's bipolar for starters. So yes, he can have some issues going, but I don't worry about him taking his own life because of that and how he feels about getting in heaven and all that. So, but there is something going on. I mean, I agree. And yes,
Yeah.
it literally kept me from sleeping. I just read where Boomer said that would have kept me from sleeping too. And yeah, he told Eli, not now, Eli. Hi, Eli. Yeah, now's not the time to be joking around because this was literally serious stuff. And it you talking about waking somebody up. Trust me on this. I've had trouble
Yeah.
sleeping.
Boomer said he wanted to give you a thought on the panel, so let me see if I can send him the link.
All right. I don't know. I don't know, Camara. I don't know if it's like that. See, I can remote view. Been known to do that. Astral projection. I could have done that in my sleep, and I astral projected to him when it or whatever, in my dream or whatever. But I don't. It was like I was there up above him, literally watching him. It was like my spirit was up above him watching. I don't know. I couldn't. I don't think I was passed on or anything, but uh, it was just, I don't know. It was so vivid and just the whole 9 yards of it. I mean, I could see see cars. I can see the people in them. I can see license plates. I mean, it's just, you talking about vivid dreams. This has had to be one of the most vivid dreams I've ever had in my life.
Funny, Kim, I brought that up too. Is he on any medicines that maybe will affect his driving or something like that? It's so funny how they both came up with the 4 ideas that I gave you.
Right, you did too, yeah. Well, no, he's not on any medicine that, actually, he's not on, I don't think he's on any medicine unless it be, I think he said they put him on a, he's not on anything for mental health, I'll tell you that much. It's because he's kind of learned to control his bipolar quite a bit, actually.
I wish I could.
But I think he's on blood pressure medicine. I think that's the only thing. But I don't think it would affect him like this. I mean,
right.
Right. Well, that's why I asked what kind, because you said he was bipolar. Sometimes they put him on medicine for that. And I know they put my daughter on a medicine that made her so nuts I had to leave the house with my son when he was little.
Right. They did my son too when he was younger. You know, they in his teens they put my son on medicine for it, and yeah, it just he was better off without it. But no, they're not on any medicine. Neither one of them are.
Mm-hmm.
If you want, I'll give you my assessment here. First, I want to ask you a question. Who had the better relationship with your father, you or your older brother?
My older brother or me?
Who had the better relationship with your father? Was it you or your brother?
My oldest brother.
Okay. And it was your older brother who your father came to in the dream, right?
No, it's my youngest one.
Oh, your youngest one. Okay. So it was the brother. All right, that the father came. All right. Well, anyway, so here's my thought on it. I got the feeling that your father, through observation, realizes that there's a bad thing starting between you and your brother, right? I think what you saw was your father projecting that onto you as a way to get your attention, and he came to your brother in the dream to connect the two accounts so that as a way to get you guys to start talking with the brother that had the issue to try to start working things out. I think it was all a cryptic way of coming and giving you a message to say, hey, I see what's going on, and this continues happening. This could be the result. So if you guys don't get together and settle this and work it out, it could create a tragedy you have no control over. That's kind of how I felt when you were describing your dream, and then when it went to you describing your brother's dream that he told you about, I was like, it makes sense that the father would go to the one, present himself to the one who got along with better, to give him a different part of the message, and he came to
it could be that way.
And made you see what he wanted you to see as a kind of kickoff or a start, a kick in the ass, to force you to communicate with the brother to get you guys together to work it out, or it's going to cause havoc between you guys.
Well, what the deal is that we haven't talked a lot. All of us haven't.
Right.
And me and my oldest brother, we have worked out our differences on it. It's water underneath the bridge when it comes to that. We don't talk a lot now, but we do talk.
But
I
the
think
brother that you were having an issue with, was that the older brother or the younger brother?
It was the youngest,
The one you
oldest
had the
brother,
big
rather.
fight with,
No,
right?
it was the oldest brother, but we
Okay.
have worked that out a long time ago.
All right. And the dream was
'cause
about
that's
the
nothing
younger
new.
brother having the accident, right?
No, it was the oldest brother having an accident.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
So
It was the oldest brother having an accident, but the youngest brother's the one where Dad was in the dream.
Oh, okay.
But
I had him switch.
you had it backwards.
But
What I'm thinking,
I'm thinking the fact that like the one brother, the father came to you in the dream, but in your dream he just wanted you to see what things could
Yes,
escalate to you if you don't all come together and work things out and start getting along. You know what I'm saying? That's the feeling I kind of got. It was a message, you know, wanting you guys, forcing you guys, because if it wasn't for this phenomenon, would you have even bothered talking to your brother? If you didn't have
probably
this
not.
dream and he didn't have his dream, would you, all three of you have talked?
I mean,
Probably not, right?
We
So
would not
this
have
is
talked.
It seems like this is the beginning of you guys coming together and having a better
That's what I'm
relationship.
saying.
You know what I'm saying?
I
'Cause
think
what
that he's trying to pull us together.
Yes. He's trying
If
to
it's
bring you
that
guys
way,
back together
that's what it
and
is.
Right. He's trying to say, look, this is what could happen because life is not promised to you. And if you don't want this to happen with, you know, bad blood between you guys. So before
part of it
happens, you guys got to learn to get along and start communicating better and becoming the family. He has an idea of, you know, like your dad has an idea of what your family should be like, and he's trying to tell you this is what our family should be like. You know, forgive me for what I've done in the past and put that aside and forgive each other for what each other have done and come together, because if you don't, you're going to regret it when you don't have that opportunity.
Well, that's why we settled our differences, because we know, you know, that we're getting older. But I think this is my thought about what you're saying. I thought about that since last night and yesterday. I thought about it, and I think that it's a possibility that yes, they want us to spend more time together and talk more, because we are getting older. I'm not in good health. We all know this. You know, I could go in my sleep and anytime I go to sleep.
And you know what? You have this fear with you as well. You're fearing the same kind of thing your father has been fearing, that you're never going to get things straightened out, and there's going to become a time where you won't have that opportunity. You've been worried about that for a while now, right?
Yeah, I had been, but we talked.
It's coming to you in a dream state to remind you, hey, look, now Dad's got to get involved and do some parenting. You know, he's got to do some. Come to you guys, and he came physically to the brother because he's the one who had the better relationship with him, and he came to you mentally to make you see what he sees can happen in the future if things don't get straightened out. Because you probably wouldn't have paid attention as well if he was just there telling you like he was with your brother. If he just came to you and was telling you, you probably would have wrote it off. Yeah, it's just talking bullshit. But the fact that he had you visualize what he's visualizing, what the future could be, it woke you up because you saw what he wanted you to see, because you're better at paying attention to things you see and feel rather than somebody just telling you. And your little brother,
I agree with that,
but at listening and following instructions verbally than you are, correct?
Right. But what I'm trying to say is that I agree with what you're saying, but me and my brother had already worked that out. But in that standpoint, we really haven't been talking much, and he wants us together because
Right.
all we have is each other.
Right.
I mean, my family used to be so close. My cousins and aunts and uncles. I mean, literally, that we all got together every weekend together, right?
Right.
It's not like that anymore. All we have is each other now, and like, seeing, I just put something on Facebook, like, I don't know, it was a couple days before I had this dream, about how I miss my entire family, that I feel like that everybody has just forgot that I even exist, basically.
Right.
And because I don't hear from any of them.
Right.
Very seldom do I hear from anybody.
And that's what he's trying to do, is get you guys together again, talking again normally,
Right.
like, you know, without so much time.
Right. And I think that because I've been feeling so I think it's a possibility he's doing this because of that. He could be doing this because of that, or it could be something else. But I think we're on the right track with that, because I've been feeling so alone, I guess.
Right.
You can be in a room full of people and feel alone, okay?
Oh yeah, yeah.
But just because I live with people doesn't mean that I don't feel that, because I do.
I get that. Yeah.
And I feel like it's just like I don't exist to them anymore.
Right. Right.
And that's how I feel.
Out of sight, out of mind, kind of thing, right?
Right. Even my friends.
Yeah. And another
I think
thing,
the mouse went all the way over and hit the floor.
another thing is, you have friends, and also I'm feeling maybe your brothers feel the same way, that are feeling like one of the reasons why you guys are unable to get together more and stuff like that is because, and don't get mad at me for saying this, this is just what I'm feeling from them, okay? You're not as serious as you portray yourself to be about your health. And I think they're feeling that, and that's what's pushing them away from you, because they're feeling, well, if you're not gonna get serious about it and start doing this and that, then
I agree with
you don't
that
wanna
too.
be there when the shit hits the fan. You know what I'm saying?
That's why me and him got into it. You're right. And but he felt like I wasn't getting taken care of right. But
Right.
I am. It's not that. Frank takes care of me. He may bitch about
But
some stuff.
I'm talking
he's
more on
been
an
there since
emotional
day
level.
one.
Okay, more on an emotional level, not the physical.
Okay, yeah.
Care of, but more on an emotional level. Your emotion, you're feeling like, why bother? It's not gonna. You may not be voicing this to them. Okay?
You're right.
And
you're right.
Definitely not telling us, but I apologize. That's what I'm picking up on you. Okay.
You're right.
You're keeping it to yourself. All that negativity that you're feeling about yourself, you're keeping it to yourself, not expressing it, not verbalizing it. That's what Dad wants you to start doing. Explain to them how you're feeling about it and why you're not showing more interest in doing something about it and taking it upon yourself to start doing things more healthy, things like that. Because there's things you can do that, doctors can't do for you. You know what I'm saying? That will help in your situation. And you're feeling to yourself that you're almost giving up already.
Remember, gonna make me cry.
I can't do it. And they feel that. And your dad knows it. And he's trying to get that message to them as well, because it's literally pushing them away, because they're saying, well, if you don't care, I don't care. Bye. You know what I'm saying?
I agree, Boomer. You're gonna make me cry, because I tell you what,
I mean,
you hit it.
I just
it's
say
okay.
it as it comes, okay?
You're this is why I tell everybody how spiritually close we are. It has nothing to do with liking you and that, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah, yeah,
we're
yeah.
like, it's like we're
In tune.
right. It's like there's a closeness between me and you that people wouldn't understand
Yeah.
unless they,
Right.
you know, and
It's
I've
a
known it since
spiritual
pretty much
connection.
since day one.
Yeah.
But you're right. Everything you just said was 100% right. It's like we're soulmates, but only in soul. You know what I mean?
No, I know
Not in
exactly what
love
you mean.
wise.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Right.
You're alike energies.
Yeah.
A
Yeah.
whole lot alike.
Yeah.
And I'm the non-sarcastic side, and he's the sarcastic side. I'm just teasing, but
You're the more laid
no,
back kind of chill.
I
I'm
can
the
get
more
that way.
vocal.
Um, and it's hard to get better whenever you
I'm right
are
there with you on
feeling
that. I understand. Look, I went through it too. The first 5 years I was out of the service with all these issues, and now that the issues are coming back tenfold, like the possible surgery on my shoulder and stuff like that, my, the tendonitis I have in all my joints is like I'm there with, like I'm at the point where I'm saying to myself, I really don't give a fuck. Why bother? I mean, I'm already 55. What good is it going to do to treat this now? Blah 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 blah. And I keep telling myself I'd rather just suffer with the pain, live as natural as I can, and do my thing until I'm not here no more. I don't care anymore about my physical health right now. You know what I'm saying?
I understand.
What good is surgery on my shoulder if it's not going to better my quality of life? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm there with you on that. I do understand what you're going through, that emotional, turmoil of
Right.
weighing the odds and finally coming to a decision. But that's what I do is I discuss that stuff with my social worker. I discuss that stuff with my doctor over at BA. Okay. Because these aren't things I normally discuss with my friends, social media or otherwise. I don't even discuss this kind of thing with my family other than my mother.
I don't either.
But I realize keeping it in ain't going to make it better. You know what I'm saying?
Better. I get it, because I'm the same way.
You need to open up and express more to your family. Let them know what's going on with you emotionally instead of physically. Maybe y'all could work out some kind of medium where you start paying more attention to your physical health and doing things yourself to better it. You know what I'm saying? So that they're not all up in your face about it constantly. You know what I'm saying?
I totally understand. And that's why I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying, because I knew that about you. Of course I would, It's just I get it. Don't I, nurse?
Right.
I'll never let you be alone, Boomer, as long as I'm alive and afterlife too. I'll stand by you.
I got your all backs when my ashes are floating in the Atlantic too. Okay.
There you go. There you go.
Hi, Jen.
Because it's
so
you meet people on this. You meet people in this world that you just. I think we was brought together we was meant to be brought together, and yeah, I do miss my family. I miss the closeness. Um,
Right.
I miss that I mattered, you know.
And
At
that's
least
the
I felt
stuff
like I
you need
mattered.
to start expressing to them, not just us. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
And
I
that's what
know.
they're trying to tell you. That's what Dad's trying to tell you. You know? Yeah, I mean, I don't know who it was, but the comment came about. You spend more time doing the social media stuff with friends that are at a distance because you're more comfortable relating to people at a distance than you are getting close, and that's why you express more to us than you do your close friends and family that are physically close to you, because you know, like, we're not going to be there in your face physically coming down on you about it. You spend 2 hours 3 hours with us on a social media platform, and then it's done and over with. Whereas you feel if it was more an in-person event, that it could, you know, like you're more
Trigger me to get
comfortable
better.
talking to
Trigger me to
people.
do more.
Yeah,
You're
like,
right. You're
yeah.
right. And
Well, yeah,
if I had that,
because
I
we
know who
can.
it is. Don't know who it is,
Be,
but they were hollering. Yeah, she spends more time on social media than she does with her own family. What do you expect? Yo, that's not me telling you, okay? Don't hate on me, but
I
somebody
know
said
well,
that
it.
yeah,
somebody
You
said
know?
that. Yes, I know. But I spend the
yeah.
time on social media because my family just
Yes, we are your surrogate because of your relationship with your family.
right,
Yeah,
that and I love y'all, and
right.
that's the
Well,
truth, but
yeah, and I mean, that's the only place where social media can really hurt somebody is once you've gotten used to the surrogates at, more than you do your original family. It can tear you and your real family apart. You know what I'm saying?
it
Because you're
hasn't.
relying
That's
so much on your surrogates that your real family starts drifting further and further away. So
they
we're
started
trying to
that
get
way
you
before I
back,
did social media.
huh?
It started before I ever started social media.
Well,
I
yeah, I
mean,
know,
literally,
but
what happened is when I had my surgery and stuff, and I got down. I mean,
right.
literally, people just did not even ask me if I was okay. They didn't come and see me and nothing. I'm like, I was so shocked and so hurt. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah,
And I'm gonna be truthful about this. Even my best friend of 30 some odd years now, she come to see me one time.
right.
One time and over the whole time that I was struggling.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Well, that's on that one's on them.
I agree.
That one is on them.
And I have forgiven all of them for
Yeah.
not being there for me at that
Right.
time. Even her. But
But you got to admit, a lot of the current situation, there's
I've
blame
tried
to be
talking to all
placed.
of them.
There's blame to be placed on all of you for the current situation. Okay, you understand
Well,
that,
it could
right?
be, yes, but I'm gonna tell you, I've tried talking to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I have.
Yeah, you know, there's a difference between talking and conversating, right?
Right. And
Are you
I've
talking to
tried
them to
that.
try to make yourself feel better? Or are you trying to communicate to them to make them understand you better and become more aware of what you're feeling inside? Don't really express.
I've tried that. I've tried to get them to understand how I feel, and they're it's like,
You know what? Sometimes maybe a letter, an actual
Yeah,
old-fashioned letter in the mail.
right.
Sometimes instead of talk, because emotions run high when you talk and stuff.
Mhm.
But when you read a letter that someone sat there telling their
Right.
feelings out, you
Mhm.
know, um,
It
it's
gives them
more.
time to kind of
and
calm down a
then they
bit.
can decipher it, think of
Yeah.
what they want to say, right, without
Right.
hurting,
Yeah.
back and forth, because
Right.
sometimes a good
You
old
can
fashioned
control
letter
the slip ups in a
best
letter.
way.
Like just because it
Yeah.
comes to your mind doesn't mean you have to write it down. But when you're conversating, sometimes whatever comes to your mind immediately comes out of your mouth.
Right.
So he's got a good point. When you
And
write
the
a
same
letter,
vice
you can-
versa. So now that
right,
they
you
had
can
this letter
edit
and
it.
they read it, they can write
Right.
what they want to
Right.
say. And then even if
Right.
they call you to say it back, it's,
Yep. Yeah, because it's easier to edit as you go when you're writing than it is when you're speaking. You can't edit your speech.
Yeah.
Especially somebody as impulsive as you, who when you speak everything.
Oh, yeah.
You don't monitor your emotions.
Bobby,
So
he's out here
that's
now.
the point. Maybe sit
All
down,
right, so he'll come in.
write an overall letter to your family, and let them know what's going on with you inside, what's going on with you, and try to get them to understand why you're doing what you're doing. But on that same side of that coin, you need to start working at it as well. There's a lot you got to change, more psychologically than physically. So you got to start up here before you can start working down here. Okay, you got to get psychologically right, and then you can start working on your physical stuff. If you have to shed a few pounds or something like that, that will help increase your quality of life. That's what you got to do.
Yeah.
And once they start seeing that, they may just start gradually gravitating to you again, and seeing that you're willing to make the effort to better things. They'll be more willing to accept you for that.
Yeah,
right?
because, and it's true, because your mental health goes down when, look, I was working 70 hours a week before I hurt my back.
Right.
I was around people, I was doing all this stuff, and I was taking care of myself. I didn't need to depend on anybody, anything, right? And then I got hurt. I got so depressed because I couldn't get the things done I needed to. It progressively got worse and worse, where I didn't want to do anything. At that point, I was like, fuck it. So for basically a year, I just, people are like, well, what are you doing? I'm like, well, I tried, and then finally it took one thing
Give me a
kind of
water.
pushed me to go,
Thanks.
all right, let me try again. And then when I tried again, I ended up being able to get the stuff done that I needed to get done. But it was a year of fuck it, nothing's working, and nobody's helping me, and nobody gives a shit, So for a year, I didn't do anything. Just was like, nah, I'll do my videos, whatever. If I drop dead tomorrow, if I'm on the street, who gives a shit? But yeah, it takes somebody, or even one person or one dream, to push you to be like, okay, I'm gonna change my mind about what I'm doing,
Right.
Well, I'd already changed my mind about it.
God damn it. I typed all that and I fucking blocked it again. Why does it keep doing that?
I can say that
I'm not typing that again. Fuck it.
I'd already changed my mind about it. So, but yes, I get what you guys are saying, and I agree. But the family part, even my friends part, I've tried. I can't get out and go and see them. My door's right here. They can come see me anytime they want.
Right. Yeah. But
they don't.
Do they know that though? Like deep down in the heart, do they know that, or do they believe
they know it?
A common courtesy? Everybody says,
they know
hey,
it.
My door's always open.
Okay. Now that Frank's not sitting right here, I'll tell you why they don't come. They don't come because they don't like him. They don't like how they don't like how me and his relationships went. Okay, you know what? It's my decision on how much shit I'll take.
Right.
And I don't take a lot of shit. I can tell you that. They think I do, though. but I don't. Just because I do it behind closed doors doesn't mean that I don't take up for myself or don't, because I will take up for myself. I don't care who you are.
Yeah, right.
And you guys know that about me. Surely you know that about me.
Right.
I and if you guys never met me in person, but you know it, so what makes they should know it. I mean, they've seen me do it. They should know it. I mean,
Is
I
that
have literally
Country
took a
Time
butch.
Pink Lemonade?
I have literally took a butcher knife after Frank before. So what's that tell you?
I said, is that Country Time Lemonade, Pink Lemonade?
No, that's the Truvia strawberry lemonade.
Oh, I was gonna say I used to get that shit all the time.
You know,
Anyway, I'm
Truvia
sorry,
leaves
Mary.
that.
I'm
Not to
sorry, I
change
got
the subject,
distracted. Squirrel.
but it
You know.
it leaves an aftertaste for me. I can't drink it, man.
I put more water than the. My son always says, "Oh, it's so watery."
Well, I did too, trying to get it to help, but it's the Truvia. I think is the doctor says
Yeah,
I'm
it
allergic
does
to
leave
it.
an
I don't know.
aftertaste, but if I just sat drinking, like, I only drink coffee, and once in a while when I'm really thirsty, I drink this.
All right, I gotta read chat what all everybody's saying.
Right.
But I agree with what you're saying, and I appreciate you guys more than you'll ever know.
Well, 3 of those things came from elsewhere, not me. So, you know.
But Boomer, I know that it comes from somebody else, but part of it comes from you too.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I can only express what I feel and what I'm picking up on, you know, from wherever it comes from. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And because, you know, Mary's my family, technically my really related, right? But I'm not near her to help her, and she's not near me to help me. We only have we don't talk, like, we talk on the messenger and stuff privately. We're not only here talking. But
and
yeah,
it's not just typing either. We do call each other.
We call each other and whatever. But it's not the same as if I could go over to her house and be like, "Hey, Mary, I'm rolling you out the fucking door. I'm gonna lean on your wheelchair because I can barely walk, and I'm gonna wheel you, and we're gonna go out for a walk and get some fucking air." I can't do that, you know. It would help us both, but I'm not over there, you know.
Right. And I totally get that, and I feel that you would. I feel that you literally would come and help me.
I would.
I mean, with Frank, they just feel like that he could do more. That's what they feel like.
Mary's in Indiana near my daughter, but like 3 hours from my daughter.
He probably could do more. I'm not saying he couldn't, but the point is that
but he's old. Not to make him that, you know, but he's older too. He's got his own problems. He won't go to the damn doctor.
Himself. He just turned 60, so I'll be 61. So I mean, in December. So anyway, this is how I feel about it. When the surgery messed me up, right? Okay. Frank never left my side. And when I say he never left my side, he didn't. When I was in the nursing home for 4 months, the man was there with me. Even when they tried to get him to go home and sleep or whatever, he wouldn't do it. He says, "I'm not leaving her." He said, "Get over it." He'd go home long enough to get stuff, whatever we needed or whatever, you know, stuff like that. Even in the hospital, he never left my side because he knew mentally I was having problems.
Right.
But do you think that everybody else, they knew it? but they never
I think
showed
a
up.
lot of it, back then, I think it just escalated from that. I think a lot of it from back then was a lot of jealousy because here they are feeling they're your real family, and here you are getting all the support from him and laughing at it. And I think a lot of it stems from a lot of jealousy that he's the one that's always there for you, but
Well,
know
let me
what I
say
mean?
this:
I don't know how
Wendy
to
and Samantha. Wendy and Samantha was there for me, but I'm talking, and my brothers was there for me, but they wasn't here because
Right.
they live so far away.
Right.
Okay, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about my friends and stuff, man. I couldn't believe they didn't come and see me.
Yeah.
I was so floored and so hurt and it was just unbelievably
Right.
unreal. Because
Right.
we were so close.
Right.
I mean, there wasn't nothing that me and my best friend didn't tell each other.
Right.
Nothing. So
So
for her
somebody
not to
just
come around
yelled-
because of Frank,
somebody
that-
just yelled at
that's-
me, selfish.
that's just an
selfish.
excuse.
Somebody's being
Somebody
very
said what?
selfish over your situation because somebody yelled at
Right.
me, selfish.
I agree. I don't understand it, but and I've learned, and I'll tell you, just because I'm telling you this doesn't mean that I haven't gotten over it. I have gotten over that part. I've gotten over the surgery. I've let it all go. I really have. I'm trying to tell you guys this is when it started.
Yeah.
And it's just progressed. I mean, I've seen them 2 times in the past. 2 of my friends, I've seen them 2 times in the past 8 years.
Right.
8 years, and they live right here in the same town I live in. I can't go to them, but they can come to me.
Right. Yeah.
But anyway, do I need to get do I need to convey to them how I feel? Probably. I thought I had, but
That would help a little bit, but yeah, I mean,
I thought I had already, but apparently I haven't.
It takes everybody to
Right.
make it work. You know what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, because
No, it
you
can't
can
be
make as much
one-sided
effort as
either
you
way.
want. Yeah,
Right.
that's what I was gonna say.
Right.
You can make as much effort as you want and tell them, but if they're in their own kind of headspace and not paying attention, it went over their head. They didn't hear shit.
Yeah.
Some
Right.
people. That's why I said maybe a letter, like an actual letter that goes in the mail that somebody
Right,
gets and is
right.
like, "What's this?
Yeah,
Why is she writing me?
Yeah.
Why is she writing me a letter?" Like,
Because that demonstrates an effort. It's more personal. It's
Yeah.
They can realize you actually took the time to sit down and think about what you wanted to say and said it from the heart, or the soul. And that may be work. I mean, that might work as a start. Like it's a foot in the door. You know what I'm saying? It's at least a start to get things, back to semi-normal. But it's got to happen on all sides. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Got to be understanding on both sides too.
Well, that's why I put what I put on Facebook, because all my family's there, and basically I put it to my family. I didn't put it to everybody.
Right.
I and I only had 3 people out of my family say something on there.
Right. Well, the thing
And,
is that's another aspect. That still shows you're more into the social media aspect.
Well, that's because I don't know how to get a hold to none of them.
you don't have their addresses or something. You just write a letter letter
Well,
for them and send it
the ones
to
that
them, or
I was close to in a few years, 4 of them has moved.
Well, you have
One of
your
them, I
brothers,
don't know, quit talking to me. I don't know why.
right? But you
And
have your
now, I'm talking
brothers.
about like just your family, your immediate family, with this whole letter. Like, hang the friends that turned their back. Okay, forget
Yeah.
that shit. Because if they
I
do that,
am.
they're
I'm
not
talking
real
about
friends.
family.
But your family
I'm talking
members, yeah. Okay.
I'm talking about family.
All right.
So that's why I put it on there, because I was like, this. I even went to our private family page on there that we have, and I put it in there, and I put my phone number and my address in there.
Right,
What
right.
more can you do?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I literally done. I mean, I'm sorry, but really? I mean, there's just not no more I can do about it. I'm just
Right.
gonna have to live with the fact that
Right. Well,
Yeah,
don't
but
give
that,
up
but
on
you
that. I
gotta,
don't know.
but you gotta live with the fact that that's their problem and their loss.
Yeah.
That has nothing to do
right,
with
that's
you.
what I'm
You
saying.
made all your efforts. You're good with you. You know, their energies weren't meant to be around you. Maybe that part of that is that your
Well,
life.
I've been thinking,
Hey,
maybe y'all become my new
can
family.
I
I guess.
answer
I don't
something
know.
from Shamira real quick?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like I said, I misunderstood who
I
she
gotta
was
blow my
talking
nose, so.
about. I misunderstood who she was talking. I thought she was just talking about the friends that turned her back. I didn't realize. So yeah, I didn't know who she was talking about. But yeah, valid point, Shamira. But yeah, that was on me. I misunderstood who she was talking about and how she. Yeah, I mean, when it's family, yeah, it's a lot harder to. Yeah, if the family members are making themselves unavailable, that's a different story. I thought she was saying her friends were making themselves unavailable, and I was saying, well, fuck them. If your friends want to make themselves unavailable to you, fuck them, forget them. I didn't realize she was talking about her immediate family. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, no, it's fine. Hey, Shamira, it's all good. It's all good. Yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to straighten that whole mishap out. I didn't realize she was talking about her immediate.
No,
family.
I'm talking about my family in general. My cousins,
Yeah,
my real family, my blood family.
yeah, your immediate family. Yeah,
Right. I don't have any aunt and uncles left. The last one just passed away.
oh yeah,
But
that's hard when you ain't got that other generation.
and I
Yeah,
know for
but
a fact she would have come to see me.
Yeah, but you know what? The whole thing is to just, and also take one at a time. Because when you're trying to take it as a whole and understand a whole shitload of people that all have different kinds of feelings and shit, that's why I said, start, let's say, with your older brother, write him a letter. Then your younger brother, write him a letter. Those are the two most important, and maybe your closest two cousins, but definitely just at least your two brothers.
Well, I think the little
you grew up
conversation
with them, you lived with them your whole life, and you lived with them for half your life. Let's say it was your brothers. It was you and your brothers and your parents, right? So
yeah, but I'm telling you, what I said earlier is, we all was together all the time. I'm talking about literally. I've seen these people 4 to 5 times a week, right?
Yeah, but
we was around each other doing something.
Right.
Yeah.
So I mean, and we're not talking just 2 or 3 people. I'm talking about at least 20.
Yeah.
Literally, that's how close we was as a family.
Right.
And because our mothers and fathers have passed away, it's like they just scattered to the wind, and it's like, and they
Yeah, and that's
forgot
what I
each
was
other
saying.
exists.
That's probably another side issue. That's probably the root of it that nobody's mentioning and discussing. The
I
fact
believe
that
that's what it is.
generation is no longer there to turn to. Everybody's thinking, well, I can't, relate to, like, I can't tell my problems to my sister because I'm used to telling them to my mom or my dad or whatever, and they're not here to do it. Who do I do it with? And they're thinking, and some animosities probably building up with that too, because that generation is no longer here to lean on, and you're forced to lean on people that you never had to lean on before, and they don't want to start something new. You know what I'm saying?
And you'd think it wouldn't be like that though, Boomer, because
You
we was
would.
all together. We grew up together.
You would think, but situations change based on change in,
It's also changing society,
Well, I can
jadedness,
say
their
this.
own life
Yeah.
struggles, like
I get that. I get that. But I can say this: it didn't change until you guys are gonna think I'm not seeing it right, but I am.
I understand it because
it did not change till I had
when you had your accident, because now you would need help, and they know in their hearts that they can't do that.
Right.
So they did you a favor. Okay? They did you a favor because mentally they could not handle that.
Right.
They couldn't handle trying to get you in and out of the car, maybe, or do whatever.
Right.
That is their issue. It's a them thing.
What I was trying to explain. They don't want to feel like they're being forced to step into that role of mom and dad or the aunts and uncles from the generation before that you used to, your siblings are used to that, and they didn't want, because that generation is no longer here, they don't want to take over that role.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they kind of feel like they're being forced to take over that role. And that does build animosity between siblings when that happens. If a sibling's forced to step into the role of the mom or dad, that puts a lot of weight on them, and they'd rather just avoid it altogether than to express how they feel about, I'm not your dad, I'm not your mom, don't come to me with this shit, because they're not used to playing that role. Okay, they're used to playing the role of brother, sister, all right? And they were the ones that depended on them to cry too. They've never been in the position where they were the ones people came to cry to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And they're trying to step away and put space between you so that won't happen.
Yeah. Because it's a big role to step into. Like my mother was the one that held everything together, Yep. My father hated to go to family events and anything. My father was always sickly, so he wanted to stay home all the time. My mother went to every single one of his family events, brought cards, saw everybody get married, made sure everybody went to the family gatherings, she was the life of the party. She held everything together. When she died, we didn't see my family after that.
Right. Yep.
My sister and I don't drive. They're in PA. Who's taking us there? They're not coming here to see us. And it's like, okay, well, who's the matriarch now? Well, you are, Christina. Well, shit, I can't fucking barely walk. Right. So I've had my cousins curse me out for like, well, you didn't come to the 70th birthday party. Yeah, but you could have drive. You could have sent your husband to come get us, and then I would have came. But why should one person always make the effort? And that's what my mother always did.
I agree
and
with
I'm like,
that.
I don't want to agree with that. I don't want to be my mother, in that respect, right? So, yeah, and that's what happens sometimes. But that's not on you. It's not on me because I
think the best thing you could do is
it's not that I don't love them. It's just that, hey, they got their lives. They don't want to come here. We live far away. They live at the end of Pennsylvania. I live here. It's what it is.
I think one thing that might help, like if you try to express to them and reassure them that you have no expectations of them filling that role, you just want to be a family again, somebody to talk to and hang out with and stuff. You're not expecting anything from them. You just want to be, recognized and feel like you all are still part of an actual family, and that you don't have any expectations of them. They shouldn't
I don't know who's
feel
chatting.
like they're expecting you to have to, them take care of you. Like, reassure them that you don't think it's their responsibility to take care of you. You're just interested in being a family. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
they don't have to fill that role. And you got to let them know that, because I think a lot of that is because they all kind of feel that. Especially the older brother probably feels it more than anybody, that he has to step in and play the role of the parent. And he's afraid of that. He doesn't know how to do
Did you know that? Who told you that, Boomer?
Yeah.
Somebody told you that.
No, I just now started feeling that kind of, because I'm feeling
because he felt that way.
I
He
felt
felt
it
that
in my
way that he
feelings.
had to step in to be.
Right.
He felt that way that he had to step in to be the parent.
I felt that from my niece. When my sister passed away, I felt what she was feeling about feeling responsible for her sisters now. And she had to step in to the mom role after losing her mother, right? And I felt it from her. I never expressed it to her. I didn't want to go down that rabbit hole with her because I don't know how she would react to it and stuff like. But I knew it. I felt it from her. I can see it even in her eyes, how she but she does it anyway, despite the fact that she has so much, not necessarily fear, but a lot of not anxiety. What's the word I used earlier about how I felt going to the picnic? She felt apprehensive. She was feeling very apprehensive about, because she didn't know if she was going to do the right thing, wrong thing, whatever. But she did. She stepped in and did it the way she would have done that, the way she does it. She didn't try to be mom and replicate my sister.
Right.
She just stepped in and did what she felt she knew she had to do to keep her sisters in the family, for one. So it was her decision. They all came together. It was her decision for them to move in with my parents so that they had an actual adult taking care of them, because my two nieces could have ended up in state system.
Right.
The younger ones. The older sister was 17, about to be 18 at the time, I believe. So she wasn't quite adult yet to take over care for my
caregiver,
sisters, right? So she says, well, to keep this from happening, because that was a big possibility, the two youngest ones were going to be awarded to the state if my parents didn't agree to take them all in. So, and I felt that from her. I knew, she did not want to split up her family, and she knew she had to do it, but she had to do it in her way. And that caused a lot of animosity because the two youngest ones weren't used to being, weren't used to big sister's way of playing mom. They were used to mom's way of playing mom.
Right.
Right.
That caused a lot of friction and animosity. But in this case, the ones are so young that they can't just decide to up and leave and, avoid the family. They had to bear it and work through it, because of their age when, so I felt that from her, and I kind of felt like maybe that's what your older brother was going through as well, and that creates animosity and insecurities, and and especially
he had
forced upon you, that also creates a fear of, wow, am I gonna do the right thing? Am I, I really don't want to be mom and dad to my brothers and sisters. So it's easier to just avoid it and not, do that. You know what I'm saying? Because even as adults, we always look to somebody else to fill that space of somebody who passed. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
That's
yeah,
probably
I know what you're saying.
he feels. you
But
know,
I will say this. My oldest brother, he knew the one thing that would cause me to flip on him was to kick my family out. You
Yeah.
don't mess with my kids. I don't care if
Right,
you're my brothers. I don't care who you are. My son stays where I say he stays, as long as I say he stays there. As long as I got my right mind, you don't walk on me like that.
right,
He knew that was the one thing to piss me off.
right.
So yeah, he got into it hot and heavy. And that's when he was away from me and left and he was done with me.
God
He
damn.
knew that I would do that. So why
Right,
would he do that if he knew that's what I was going to do?
right, right,
My thought on that is that because he didn't really want to be there taking care of me.
right. Yep.
Because he held, I can tell you this, he held a grudge on
He did
me.
everything
I
he.
don't care what anybody says,
Yep.
he held a grudge on me for years over
Mhm.
mama.
Right,
Because
right,
he was the one that took a leave from work and took care of mama. I
right,
had babies. My kids was babies.
right,
Like my mom had lung cancer surgery on Monday. I was having my second son on the Wednesday.
right,
Same hospital.
right.
So my kids was babies through that. What do you want me to do? I
Right.
mean,
Exactly.
I did what I could do. I took her to all of her doctor's visits, literally all of them. I paid all of her bills. I made sure that she had food in the house. I it was her money, but I still took care of all the financial part of it.
Right,
Plus, I would go visit her as often as I could.
right,
And I would, and if they needed anything, all I'd do is pick up the phone and say, "Hey, Mary,
right,
how do we do this? Or do I need to do this?" Or they could ask me anything, and they did. I'm not saying they didn't, but he held a grudge because I didn't go there and take her physically.
right.
I
And
couldn't
he
do it.
Good
resented
night,
that.
Pam.
He resented that because he felt he was being forced into a role he didn't want to be in.
Yeah, and then he turns around and he thinks that
Hey, Pam. Good night.
because I told him this was why he was here. I told him, I said, I need some help. I said, Frank can't do it all.
Right,
That's what I said.
right,
At the time I told him that, I was very, very sick. I mean, literally was not in good shape.
right.
I'm in way better shape now than I was then. I'll put you like that.
Mm-hmm.
And he felt like, okay, how can you ask me to take care of you when you didn't even help me take care of him? That's how I feel he felt
Yeah.
when he walked away.
And I get a feeling Dad now these days is trying to get him to understand that they didn't expect that. All they expected out of him was to just maintain the role he had dealt to him and just be there as a family member, not as a guide, not
Right.
as the mom and dad role, but they just wanted the brothers to be there as a family without any expectations of taking over
Right.
a role other than what they were meant to be. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what the
But
message
yeah.
was to them from your dad. Like, look,
That's
this is
what I
what's going
tried.
to happen if you continue believing the way you're believing. Stop
Well,
believing
that's I
that.
tried to get him to do that. At that
Right.
point, I told him, I said, Danny, I didn't ask you to come home to
Right.
walk all over me and kick my family out. I asked you to come and help, not stomp on us.
Exactly, tired. Yep.
I said, I didn't ask you. I just want you here. I
Right.
said,
Yep.
I mean, he wasn't working. You know, it wouldn't hurt him to come here. He wouldn't have had to pay for anything. It would have cost him a damn dime to be here. But no, I mean, it didn't work that way. So, and I told him that's not why I
That's
wanted him
exactly
here.
what I mean by, I think, that's why Dad says, all right, I got to step in here, because Danny's feeling like he's being forced to take over a role he don't want to take, and somebody's got to make him understand, hey, in a way that he understands, because with his mental state at the time, he was thinking that when you ask him to step in and help, he thinks you're asking him to step in and be dad, and whether you try to tell him that's not it or not, he's in that state of mind that's what he's gonna believe no matter what. So I think that's why now Dad is stepping in, because he's realizing things are getting worse, and if it gets worse than it is now, you're all gonna regret it. That's why he went to you and he went to Danny and went to what's the younger one's name? Eric. And so that you guys were forced to wake up to a situation that's going to get worse, and you got to find a way, like Tired is saying, to articulate better what you want to express, because the way you've been expressing it sounds like you're talking at them, not to them. You know what I'm saying? So you guys got to come together and communicate, not just talk. You need to communicate, heart and soul to each other, and so that you all understand where each of you are coming from and find a common ground, so that you all could at least have a relationship. It doesn't have to be a great relationship. It doesn't have to be sunshine and rainbows and daisies all the time. You don't have to be up each other's ass all the time. He just wants things to get better between you guys, so that you all emotionally have that feeling of we're family again. He just wants you guys to start communicating more. Like, you don't have to have weekend Sunday dinners. You don't have to.
I'm not asking for that.
No, that's what I'm not saying you are. I'm just saying, he's saying, it's like, don't feel like you guys have to be, physically together to be a family.
Right.
You can live your lives separately, but
I don't think we've ever felt that way.
Push the animosity out, and so that you can at least communicate with each other. Don't be afraid to call each other every now and again. Stuff like that, so that at least you emotionally feel like a family. You don't have to present yourselves as the happiest family. Only the Brady Bunch can do that. Okay, and even
right, because you have to be able to feel like you can call your older brother and ask him for something without him going nuts like he did, right? So, you have to be able to get to that point again where you have some kind of family trust.
I'll never ask him for anything.
And that's what
I don't mean that. I don't mean that sarcastically.
No, I know what you mean. I know where you're coming from with that, but that's what I'm telling you. Dad is trying to work on. He wants you to stop feeling that way.
Yeah, well, that's not gonna.
Even though physically, in reality, you may never talk to him again. You may never call, but he wants you to emotionally feel like you have that capability of doing it. Right
I'll
now,
talk to them about.
You can't even do it. You're admitting to yourself and everybody, I'll never talk to him again. Well,
no, I'm not saying that. I said I won't.
She said she's never going to ask him for help again.
That's what I mean. Yeah, that's what I meant.
I'll never ask him for anything again.
Right. So,
and I say that because
he wants you to feel like you can. Right now, you feel like
I don't think that ever happened.
All right. Just
I love my brother, and okay, let me say this. I love my brother, and I will talk to him about anything and everything, including my health.
Yes,
but I won't ask him for help.
I know that. And what he's saying is, you don't have to. Just don't feel that way. You know what I'm saying?
Because you leave that negative feeling is
Yeah,
there
it
still,
creates
and
a
it
negative energy. That's
yeah.
what I'll pick up
Right,
on.
right. Okay. I get what you're saying there.
Yeah.
But I don't feel it as I don't feel like I'm doing that because of what happened. It's not that. It's on a I don't want nothing to happen like that again
Right.
Yeah.
standpoint. So it's not I don't have any hurt feelings over anything anymore like I did. I really don't. It's been kind of emotional talking about it, but
I know.
it's because
The emotional roller coaster is killing me right now.
right. I mean, that's what it is. I'm feeling Boomer's feeling mine, and I'm feeling everybody's. I'm gonna treat you like that. When I
Yeah.
tell
Not
you
to
people
mention,
in
I got
chat that
somebody yapping in my ear about the whole thing, trying to tell me the advice to give to you, and I'm like,
I
who
know
is
there's
it
someone
though?
here talking to me, someone there talking to you, but I'm like,
yeah,
nope.
it's like,
Probably somebody here too, but I'm not
I-
hearing them.
because I'm speaking to you as somebody, whoever this is, they want me to speak to you as if I'm them.
Yeah.
But it's
Well,
not
who is
coming
it?
from me. These aren't my ideas. This ain't shit I'm making up or anything.
Who?
It's not me telling you what you should do. It's me relating what I'm getting from this
Yeah.
other energy that could
Okay,
help
Boomer,
the
who-
situation. You know what I'm saying?
Can you ask who it is, please? I would like to know.
Do you know a Martin? That's the only name I got. The only
No,
name
I
that just
don't.
came to me was Martin. That's
I
all
don't know no
got.
Martin. I know a Margie. I don't know no Martin.
Oh, it could be Margie. I don't. It sounds like Martin to me. I don't know. That it could be a case of miscommunication or mispronunciation. I may not be hearing it right, but it sounds like you're saying Martin. As soon as you asked, can you ask who it is? I got the name Martin, and that's all I got. But
Hey, I don't know no Martin, but anyway, who's talking to you,
so-
Christina?
no, that's not me. I just no, that's not me.
Yeah. I was gonna say because I think because I didn't hear Martin, but I haven't heard a name yet either. I heard I'm not
exactly.
Martin.
All it is like they're not verbally communicating. They're projecting to me the feeling that I have to put into words to explain.
Right, I know what
trying
you're
to get
saying.
to. You know what I'm saying? They're
Right.
not like sitting here. Oh, tell her this. Tell
I
her
know
that,
exactly
tell her
what
this,
they're
tell her
doing.
that.
I know what
more
they're
like-
doing because it gets
just-
done to me times. So I know.
Yeah. It's more like that kind of situation.
What about
So,
maybe it's a Mark?
Spirit that has had a parallel
Mark.
experience similar to Leonard. That's possible too. I never even considered that.
I don't know
That's a
no Mark
possibility.
either.
Well, I got this old man. All right, I got this image of an old man standing there with his hands fist on his hip, shaking his head. So he started doing that when I read her comment. That's all I can see. This old man with receding hairline, salt and pepper, kind of small frame, with his hands on his hips, just nodding
As a
back,
belly?
over and over again. That's all I see.
Has a belly?
Huh?
Does he have a belly like a beer belly?
Yeah. He's got a little dick do there.
Yeah.
And
It's
my-
really
and
any
I-
further than his dick
you
do.
just described my dad.
Oh,
Well-
okay. Well, it feels to me like he's not very verbal at all. But
Yeah.
it feels to me,
No,
'cause I
he's
didn't
not.
start seeing it. I didn't start seeing it till I started reading Chimera, however you pronounce it. comment here where she says it could be a spirit that has had a parallel experience. Well, all of a sudden, as I'm reading the comment, this image of this guy that I described to you is just standing there. All he's doing is shaking his head. You know, he's not being verbal at all. All I'm doing is picking up his vibes,
Right.
and translating it into a verbal message, or converting
and,
whatever you want to call it.
I'll just
Besides
throw it.
whatever.
Yeah, and I'll throw it out to the chat too. Somebody told me, "Oh, tell them it's Mark and Ray, R-E-A." So Ray is the woman, Mark is the male. Does anybody know a Mark and a Ray? Maybe they're husband and wife, older couple, maybe 60s, early 70s.
Not familiar.
Sound familiar to anybody?
Not to me.
I knew a person whose middle name was Ray. Well, it was a hyphenated first name, but I don't talk about her anymore because she done me wrong so bad. I think y'all know who I'm talking about. Spells her name just that way too. I think you know who I'm talking about. But
I don't know, but this is
she's still alive, and she's only probably 40s right now. So
yeah, this is an older couple. They're together.
Right.
I don't know if one of them is related to someone, or they came from someone's house to cross.
And what's the woman's name?
Huh?
What's the woman's name?
Mark
Ray.
Ray.
R-A-E. That's how she showed it to me. Ray, like R-A-E.
Ask him if he is my cousin.
Well, Ray is the girl. R-A-E. And the male is
Mark. Ask
okay.
Mark, he is my cousin.
Mark, are you related to Mary?
Was he a cousin on your dad's side?
Not that I know of. I got one on my mom's side.
This younger,
I don't think
of
so.
your dad.
So,
step next to your dad. He resembles your dad quite a bit, except he has.
Could be my brother. I got
almost curly reddish brown hair.
Okay,
right next to your dad.
Ask him, he's Earl.
My other brother's Earl. That's what I heard.
I'm telling you.
That's what I heard.
Curly hair, standing beside my dad is my half brother.
hi, Regina.
Okay.
I would say that's probably Earl.
Did he ever joke about that? Hi, I'm Earl. This is my other brother, Earl. Because that's all I heard.
I don't know if he did or not.
You never made
I
that
don't know if he did or not because he quit coming around then when Daddy died.
Oh, okay. Did he pass 10 years ago or around 10 years ago or so?
No, but it could be my older brother, Daniel. Dan.
He passed 10 years ago?
I have two half-brothers, yes.
Okay. Well, he looks like your dad, except he looks about 40 years younger than your dad, and he has kind of puffy, almost a fucking Brady Bunch. What's that hairstyle?
Afro type.
Afro.
Not afro like that, but kind of like he looks like an older version of Peter Brady, but with lighter hair, almost a reddish brown hair, and it's real wavy to the point where it's almost curly, almost like perm. That's what
Earl's hair was curly.
Okay.
Earl's hair was curly, natural curly. He had hair. Okay. And Dan, I don't know about Dan. The only time I seen a picture of him, I only met him one time, and I was like 5 years old.
Okay.
he,
But they were half brothers from your dad's side, right?
yes, they were
They
my
your
dad's
father's
children.
sons.
Right. And a reason why they're probably around him now, because when Dad come through to you that one time and I asked you who the woman was he was with, it was his first wife, which is the mother to these children.
Right. Okay. Okay. Yeah, she's
So-
not getting involved in this one, by the way.
And then
I'm not getting
surprised.
involved in this one.
I gotta have sister too, though. That's probably passed, I'm sure, by now,
Right.
because they were quite a bit older than us.
Right. Right.
I mean, they were grown and had I got a niece
Right.
older than I am. So I mean,
So the one brother, the one half brother, he was what, about 18 years older than you?
oh yeah, every bit of that,
Would that
because
have
if
been
not,
the
if
Dan
not
or
more.
the Earl? Would it be Dan or Earl that was closer to 18 years older?
Earl. Well, it'd be Earl, because I'm
Okay,
telling
then
you,
that's who's
he's
there.
probably he's more than that. He's more than that older than me. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I get the feeling it's at least 18 years older.
Yeah, he's at
Probably,
least that.
give or take a couple of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say he's about 22, 23 years older than me.
Okay.
Well,
then it's your dad and Earl standing there just kind of waiting to see what happens. They want you guys to resolve this issue, no matter
I was close.
what it takes.
I was close to my daddy, and I do look like him. I look like him too, though. But I look dead up his sister, my dad's sister,
Okay.
size and all, height, all 9 yards.
Years off each other.
Yeah,
kind of, pretty much.
But anyway, yeah, I get what they're saying, and I understand what you're saying to her. And I have.
Yeah, and they are. That's what they're doing. They're up there kind of bouncing ideas off each other.
And I have.
And your dad didn't bring him in. He stepped forward on his own accord.
Right.
Does that sound like him? Like he didn't have to be asked. He was a take charge kind of guy. And if there wasn't somebody there to do it, he'd do it.
My dad, you mean?
No, Earl.
Earl.
Because he just did. He just stepped right forward without being asked.
Well, he
stood right next to your dad.
Yes, he would do that.
Okay.
And the reason being is because I was around Earl for the first 14 years of my life. So yes, I mean, he would step for Jess.
Right.
Now,
okay, out of character here, real quick. I want to, Kevin, have you seen the one? I think it's on Netflix. It's a D&D movie. I think it's on Netflix. I don't know if you've seen that one or not, but anyway. I had to step away from my character for a minute here I had to get distracted with something off topic.
All right. Well, I'm sorry that I kind of took over the entire show.
About. I mean, look, that's what I was put here for, apparently. So.
No, I don't mean that. I mean just making it so about me tonight, all about me.
No, that's
me
okay.
to do that.
It is pretty much. I mean, everybody's. Christina and I, we all want you to get a nice, healthy relationship going again with your family. That's,
and closure, and for your dad to be able to rest in peace, because obviously he's unrested too about the whole thing.
Right. He is very.
Regina says hello, Mary, and Kim. Mark and Ray came from your house, Kim. Mark and Ray came from your house. They're like,
Kim,
can we
where's
hang
Kim?
out
I
here
haven't
a
come
little?
up, Kim.
And so I don't do a crossover tonight. I told them they can stay until tomorrow. I do a crossover.
Oh,
But,
there's Kim. Hi, Kim. Sorry, you didn't
Kim's
say hi.
somewhere up there.
Yeah, I didn't see her earlier, so I was like, "Where's she at?"
Oh, she's there. She's been chatting all along.
Oh, yeah, I
She's up there
just
somewhere.
was oblivious and didn't say
Hi,
hi to
Regina.
her. Sorry, Regina. Suzanne,
Misty.
Hugs, Misty.
what's up? How y'all doing?
Misty says hello, Mary.
All right, this is
Hi,
the feeling
I
I'm
said
getting
hi,
now.
Misty.
This is the feeling I'm getting now, and the feeling is coming from the two individuals who I now believe is your dad and half brother Earl. I'm getting we're making progress. Is the feeling? Okay, he says this is making progress. This is gonna be the kick in the ass you need for things to get better. So they're feeling like we're making progress through this. Apparently, they're picking up on what you're feeling right now, and you're still kind of on the fence whether it's going to work out. But
Well,
you're believing there's some progress going on here, inner progress.
I got.
You know what I'm saying?
I got
Well,
it.
that's what it is. It's her feelings about being alone and stuff too that they're trying to heal, not only
Yeah.
the situation
That may be-
itself.
Yeah, that may be the progress they're referring to.
Yeah.
Because all I can get is the fact that there is progress being made here. So that could be on the whole, or it could be just you. Your inner feelings are starting to, reconcile. You're starting to reconcile some things within yourself. Whether it's accepting the situation and you're not fighting it, or you've come to terms with the situation and you're starting to feel like there is a possibility it'll work out.
I'm starting to feel a bit.
There's progress going.
I'm starting to feel more peaceful about it.
Okay, that's the progress. Now we just got to work on the boys.
Yeah, right.
I literally just said that. A verbal message from Dad. Now we just got to work on the boys.
Why can you not sock me into and make us sleep by showing me
That
a
was the only way
disaster?
that was the only way he could get through to you.
Well, no, I think more so it was they knew that Mary would tell the older brother,
Right.
and that the younger brother wasn't going to tell him. But see how the whole thing went around, that the younger brother ended up calling Mary? He wouldn't have if Mary didn't have some kind of dream that actually was like, yo, I have to text my older brother. So it was all...
Yeah, Chris, you're spot on with that.
It was all...
Well,
like,
he knew that both of us would text our older brother. He knew that if he knew something that had to do with the older brother, he knew that we would.
Right. He started the dominoes, and it's up to you guys to pick them up and reassemble them.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm sure, depending, he might zing the boys. Now, he might zing Danny with something.
Right.
A dream. And then Danny's going to be like, tell your younger brother, Eric, and Eric's going to tell Mary, Danny had a dream.
He wanted to start with the least stubborn one of them all. Yeah. And work his way up the line to, so that's why he said...
I'm not the most stubborn out of the three of us. No, wait a minute.
That's what he said. He wanted to start with the least stubborn. That's why you had the dream first, then Eric.
Stubborn.
Right. And now.
Yeah.
Right. My oldest brother is beyond stubborn.
Right. So that's why they're leaving him for last. Do you see the progression?
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. Yep.
I mean, he's gonna be the one. He ain't gonna be my younger brother either.
Yep. Exactly, Susan. Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm feeling right now from the two of them, is that they're secure in the idea that it's gonna start working out. It's not going to be an overnight thing. It is going to be a process. But it is eventually going to work out before you get to that point where you're going to regret if one of you end up leaving. You know, at least you're going to be at the point where you won't regret that day, because you'll know inside that you either made the attempt or came to terms with things, and you're not going to have that emotional roller coaster going on when that moment happens. That's all he wants. He doesn't want you to be an emotional, have an emotional breakdown or feel bad about yourself because you weren't there or whatever. That's all he's trying to do. He ain't trying to get you guys together and do hugs and kisses. He's just trying to get you guys together emotionally so that you're able to work out your problems better and accept the fact, well, I tried. I don't feel bad, about it.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I want to interrupt for a second. Kim, the couple came and kind of looked in disarray. Okay, so ask Penelope, is there something there that's maybe a little not nice? And this, not evil in a way, but not nice, maybe, that made the couple feel weird, and that's why they came to my house.
On that.
Maybe you need a little saging. Ask one of your guides, because the way they came was, since they came from you and you said you were going to do a crossover tomorrow, the same as me, why come here? So something's there that's not quite right, and I want you to ask Penelope right now and take care of that. And if you need help, of course, we're here. Hi, SFL, honey. But that's the thing that I got, because I'm like, wait, if you're going to do a crossover tomorrow, why come here? And then I look at them and they just portray this kind of scared, apprehensive look. So I don't know what that means, but it may mean that you have something not so that's a little shady there that they're not comfortable with. So I want you to do
right
that.
In the state of Denmark.
So I want you to do that, please, Miss Kim, now. Thank you, Miss Kim. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt, but I had to tell Kim that.
Oh, I was done.
Okay.
I don't know about Mary, but I was done. I said what I had to say.
Well, I so appreciate you guys. You just don't even know how much I do.
Well, I do.
Well, I love you, cousin Mary.
You guys keep me. Well, you guys keep me balanced, and you keep me sane, and you keep me wanting to go on. I'll put it like that.
Well, thank God we didn't have to rely on Eli for that, right?
Right. But
I know he's out.
That's a joke.
Oh yeah, because you have to be around, because eventually I'm gonna get my ass back over to Indiana, and then I'm gonna come see you. So you have to be there so I can see you in person. I don't want to be, waiting till we're, ghosts together in the Grove. I don't want to wait for that.
Right. I don't want it to be like that either. I always wanted to go see Boomer too, but things change, and I
didn't have so much shit to do with
if I get my gear,
I would be on the bus tomorrow.
Listen,
to do that,
your son, Mary.
All these things going on right now.
Mary, your son. What's wrong with him that he can't learn how to drive?
Oh, nothing. They know how to drive. They just need to go get their driver's license. But anyway.
Okay, listen, this is your.
No, that's not my excuse. If you listen.
This is
your son's not working. I think he has to go get his license. So in case you need to go somewhere, he could drive. Look.
Yeah.
If there's an emergency, he needs to drive his mama somewhere.
We will post the invoice in the mail.
I can get. I got transportation. I can get city transportation. That's not my issue. I'm saying to travel somewhere out of town. It's
No, I know,
physically
but
right
if
now.
I go to my
Physically
daughter's,
do it
it's only
right now.
3 hours from you. That he can drive you to my daughter's.
Right. Yeah,
But
let's
Christina,
all meet
I'm
up
saying-
at Christina's daughter's, and
Yeah.
we'll work out transportation from you to.
I can get in the car. That's not the problem.
You know what I'm saying?
The problem is what the car's going to do to me in that 3
Yeah.
hours.
Yeah.
There's a problem. It's not getting in the car and going anywhere. It's physically, it's got the pain I'm going to be in.
Sitting there
It's
for
gonna
the
be-
ride. I understand.
So
that.
I need to get myself built back up so I don't have
yeah.
that like that.
right.
And then I
right,
might be able to travel.
right.
I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Well, we're trying to, put that in your head so that you can, come
It's
and
in my head. It's been in my head.
And spark.
see.
Well, especially here recently. Yeah. And I know that you guys don't have vehicles, and I know that it's expensive for you guys to take a trip. I know this. So I understand why you haven't come to see me, or it's the same reason I haven't come to see you, basically. Part
Yeah.
of it is anyway.
Well, I think we're gonna meet we're gonna try to meet halfway. The next time I go to Indiana, and I told my daughter,
have to kidnap
Listen.
you, Mary.
you have to. I told her she has to at least drive me to the train station, or a bus station where I could go to your house because you have a bus over there.
Right.
So yeah, because I can't. My daughter doesn't live in a place where I can't walk out.
Yeah.
If I walk out of her
Oh.
front door 5 steps, I'm in the middle of the street.
Yeah.
There's no walkways. You can't walk. There's no buses.
Right.
There's no hospitals.
Christina.
There's no nothing.
there is a bus line, because when I used to live in Indiana and I had to go to places outside of Indianapolis, there's a bus line that has routes everywhere in Indiana for like cheap. Like you don't have to use like Greyhound or Trailways. There's a bus
Right.
local bus line that will take you anywhere in Indiana.
Right. Well,
Except to where my daughter lives, because my daughter lives in a place where there's nothing. There's just farms.
Right.
She lives in
yeah.
the middle of a farming community.
You need the transportation to the bus to get
Right.
Yeah.
And and then I have to depend on my daughter, and it's it's her. She has the baby, whatever. So that's the only issue,
Right. Yeah. I thought you meant I thought you were trying to say there was no way for you to get to a bus to get there. But
From my daughter's house, like
Yeah.
my daughter will pick me up from where I get off on the plane or the Amtrak or the Greyhound. But Mary's 3 hours in the opposite direction. So first we're gonna go home. I'm gonna visit with her, right? But then I want to go see Mary. The last time I was there, I was only there 5 days, and it was my daughter's wedding, so of course there was no time. But I told her next time I want to see my friend,
Yeah.
So
well, when you got ready to go home, you could just kind of swing this way and then go home from here. We got Greyhound.
yeah, I didn't take Greyhound. I took the last time I took a plane because I went with my family. That was a whole disaster. That's never happening again. I take the Greyhound. I take the not the Greyhound. What do you call it? The train, the Amtrak.
Amtrak.
The Amtrak. Yeah.
Well, they used to, believe it or not, they used to have the train here, but they stopped.
Yeah. It's only there's only 2, and I can get
one
off
in
at
Indianapolis, right? If I remember
in
right.
Indianapolis. You get off, or there's one right after that. Hi, Christina. How are you? We're just
Because I
having
wait,
chitty chat day.
I think Fort Wayne's got one, and it's either Fort Wayne or Monticello. I don't know which one. And
Fort Wayne. Yeah.
and there's Indianapolis has it. But for me to get to the train, I might as well drive to daughter's house. I mean,
Right, you might as well take
Well, that's what I'm saying. But I mean, actually, but that's why I said to my daughter, maybe we'll just look. There must be close to her where there's public transportation that will go to you, even if it's 2 hours or whatever on the train or whatever.
Well, you take a bus. Yeah.
Yeah, bus. That's what it is. Well, that's what I'm saying. But from her house, she has to drive me to the bus. You know?
Right.
Right.
Just trying to relax. I got you. I got you.
I did do myself to approve that one, Christina.
Thank you. Yeah, because sorry, stupid. Yeah, they try to. They said they were ramping up on the, what words people use or whatever. So I'm sorry about YouTube doing that. That's why I have the pinned comment, and that's it. Just to let everybody know.
One reason why she's got it pinned up. But
yeah, but I don't want anybody blocking anybody's freedom of speech because the AI does it enough. The AI does it enough. We don't need to block anybody who is saying fuck, okay? I don't care. Yeah, so
I think it's time for another brownie. That's what I think.
But Christina and anyone else who does like the political stuff, I did do a great video today about women's rights.
Forego that one.
And it has a great song that I put together with the timeline to go with it, and it's really good. Fancy watched it, she'll tell you. But
No
I
offense,
thought it was
but I'll forego that, Christina.
I know, but for the other people, it would be nice. Thank you.
The other people take advantage of it. Give her some views.
I follow other channels here where you can swear all you want. Yeah, I know, because they don't have any blocking on. I do have some blocking because some people say some really nasty stuff to people in the chat, so I have some blocking.
Some people take some liberties.
Yeah, but now they're really like cracking down on it. YouTube, I don't know. They have a new AI program, I guess. So from Google, so I don't know.
Some words.
Meta AI is just taking over everything.
That's why I'd rather be on the panel, because if I say it, they can't do nothing about it. But if I try to type it, they can delete or whatever. So I'm like, stop me now, bitch.
Oh,
I can do that. It's Christina. She felt like I was getting too out of hand. Just boop, see you, boomer. And she had
there you go. Sorry. Well, sometimes I don't realize because I'm on StreamYard, so I don't know. But there's a wrench, so you could say fuckery. There you go.
Sorry, fuckery.
You could say fuckery now.
I'm trying to get this out. Words in the UK don't mean what they mean here. So it takes it out of context. I mean, people want to be upset because they said certain words. Well, when them words don't mean the same there. Right. So, and they don't realize they're doing something wrong when they say it. So that's why she's had to put some words in a block list. There you go.
Yeah.
Block this, YouTube. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you.
Yeah.
I got certain words on mine that's blocked.
Well, I just have you're welcome, Christina. I don't have any particular words blocked. I just have the sensitivity on. I just have the sensitivity on that if the word looks like it's bad, YouTube will hold it. They don't block it, they hold it usually, and a mod can unblock it if it's in the context
you can go on there yourself and block words out.
But I don't want to block anybody's freedom of speech. And the only people I want to block are the real trolls. The people who are here all the time. If they want to use the F word, fuck it. Let them use the F word.
I don't care if they use the F word. That's not one of my blocked words.
I mean, these words was so taboo with Christina, but for some reason, the last couple of years or so, she's been quite free with it. But I remember back in the day, it almost offended her when I would drop the F-bomb. You know?
No, it was no. What you know? What it was? Because of the children aspect, that they didn't have the same kind of blocking that they did when we started. So any age children could watch your streams and everything. Have a great night, Misty. So I
Night,
didn't
Misty.
want to curse because I didn't want, if there was children watching your
Right.
stream,
I got you.
they clicked on it. I didn't want, adverse thing. Now they don't have, they have so much blocking
you
that
can
you rarely ever,
Right. You can
we
set
have
it
the-
Well, the
to
only
just ain't
thing-
for children.
it's
and-
set
tell you
to
what I
adults
put-
only. Yeah.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you what I put in my block list. The C word. You know that what I'm talking about.
You don't
the
like
N-word.
confetti?
You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The N word. Most definitely don't want that said.
Never.
Oh yeah.
Why would
And
you
so I
put
put them.
never?
I put them two in there because they are very offensive. I feel like to myself, much listening thing. And believe me, I can cuss like a sailor. So if I feel them
Yeah.
two words are offensive, they're offensive.
Yeah.
In the United States. Now somewhere else not be, but here they are.
Yeah.
Anyway, and I put my address in there so nobody could put it out there. And I put my phone number in there so nobody can put that out there either.
Yeah. So
You don't want nobody to have all that. Put it in your block. Put it in your words that you block out, and believe me, it will not get out.
Yep.
So that's how it won't get blasted all over YouTube. So that's what I put in there. Other than that, that's it.
Right.
You want to say the F word or whatever, as long as YouTube's okay with it. Mind you. I'm
Oh,
all
you
right
got
with it. I don't
thunder?
care.
We had that yesterday.
To
Christina.
each their own. I don't care.
Literally only.
Yeah, we didn't get
Yeah.
any of that bad stuff that you guys got the other day, but yesterday, for some reason, it rained all day, like a slow drizzle, like all day long.
It rained here the
It
night,
didn't
day
pour.
before last.
Yeah, it didn't pour, it didn't thunder and lightning or anything like that, but it was just a steady, consistent drizzle all damn day. You know, I was like, damn, this sucks. I'd rather just storm for 30
Sunday
45
we
minutes.
had the thunderstorm, and my son
That's how it
wasn't home.
does
And I
me. That's how it
hate
did here.
thunderstorms, being alone in the house when it's thunderstorms, like really bad,
I wish it
where the
would
thunder
rain.
shakes the house, kind of. I usually end up calling Danny, and I'm like, "It's thundering," and he's like, "Really?"
I wish it would rain now.
Shire put did you guys
But
rush
we
up
also
and
had that
trolls?
thunderstorm Wednesday.
They'll be taken out in friendly
Do what?
fire. I'm 6'4" and hairy.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Bro,
Shire said he'll take the trolls out. He's 6'4" and hairy.
Yep. Yep. Well, I
All
might
fancy,
like
I bet you did.
those little trolls. The little nature trolls can stay.
I bet you.
Yeah.
I bet you Kevin's like all in a huff because I have a wrench, and there's probably been many moments where Kevin just wanted to lay down the button on me. You know. He's like, he'll lose his wrench someday, and I'll have him. Damn it.
Christina, by the way, Christina in chat's not blue.
No,
What?
she is now.
Okay.
I
All
made her. I saw
All
her.
right.
There you go.
Just letting you know.
Moderately.
Yeah. I saw it when her word fuckery was blocked. I was like, oh, okay, I gotta make her.
Yeah.
Hi, Natalie. How are you?
He who must not be named. Sounds like somebody's got a storm going on right next to him. Wait, that's not me and my fan.
It's not me. That's probably Christina's fan.
It's my fan, probably.
Oh,
I
was
turned
gonna
it
say,
on.
'cause it could be
I
me,
did get
too,
hot.
but, I got my little 10-inch fan here to my right of me. I got my big oscillating fan over here behind me, so I'm nice and comfortable. And since I moved my desk, since I rearranged my bedroom, put the bed over there and my desk over here, like it's been so much more comfortable here. There's such a better airflow now. I mean, I even sleep better over there. You know, in the corner that's usually 10 degrees hotter than the actual temperature. Like it feels so good over there now.
Yeah, well, we have, you know, with a name like 007 Kevin Troll Slayer, wherever he goes, they have to make him a mod because they're like, oh, look.
Who's Twill Wills? I don't know this person. The maggot type.
Yes.
I think it's spelled with an O, M-A-G-O-T. Isn't that how you spell maggot? If that's the kind of maggot he's referring to.
Now that he's talking about the political maggot.
Oh, that. Okay. Yeah, I won't. I'm the O. I'm the maggot
most of the
O. Okay.
Most of the channels that they mod for are political channels. So
Political guy. Oh, okay. So I will never know who he is because I don't go over there. I don't care what side they're fighting for. I can't stand it anywhere. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I just don't deal with politics.
No, you know what? Before
I don't do it at all. You know?
I hated it when not too much was going on. I never listened to politics because I'm like, oh, whatever.
Right.
It's okay. I voted for this guy, or I didn't vote for this guy, but he seems okay, or, you know, whatever. And nothing big is going on. It's just recently where I'm like, wait the fuck a minute. What the hell is going on? I got to pay attention. And I have to fight or do something, whatever. Yeah, but before I was like you. I never watched it. You know.
Yeah, because I've learned one thing I've learned throughout history history has shown me is that most of the time, yeah, it's a problem for that moment, but eventually it gets worked out where it's not such a big problem. So the thing is, like a lot of people, they'll step up and start rocking the boat the minute something goes on without giving it a chance to settle down first and then form an educational opinion about it, an educated opinion. You know, they're always so gung-ho, quick on the trigger, ready to fire back, without giving it the time, you know, without allowing it time to change on its own. And what it does is it progresses it escalates it and stuff, because before you know it, you got a big bunch of people, and then in 3 months they're all like, oh well, I wasted a lot of energy on that because it doesn't exist now. You know what I'm saying? I mean, a lot of cases,
but But you know, Boomer, there's a reason why these things don't exist. Somebody voted against it, right?
Right.
But you gotta voice your opinion so that they vote, that they go against it. You know, so that's what we do. Now you don't want to do it. That's your thing.
Right. I'm saying voice your opinions, but I'm talking about the people starting riots, doing this and doing that, burning buildings and destroying businesses. They do all that shit. And then a month later, the circumstances change, and they're all like sitting in jail, saying, "Oh, why did I do that?" You know, they got a 10-year sentence on them now for reacting to a situation that they escalated, which would have worked itself out, and you wouldn't be spending 10 years in prison now, buddy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Well, criminals, people that do those things should be in jail. It doesn't, and they would do them regardless because they're criminals, so they belong in jail.
Right. That's what I'm referring to. Those people that do that, but I don't overreact to situations because I usually you give it enough time, it blows over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say people shouldn't have the right to voice their opinions. That's your God-given right. Okay, come on now. You know, and I use the term God just as a general term, but that's your human right to be able to speak your mind, get your point out there, you know. But I was just referring to the people that are like go way overboard with it. You know what I'm saying? They start hating people because they don't agree with their opinion. Oh, don't agree with it, but you don't have to hate me because I don't hate you based on your opinions or beliefs. You know what I'm saying? So don't hate on me. Don't come to me and hate me and expect me not to hate you back. Make me a bad guy or I'm wrong. Because of it when you're doing the same thing. But I just don't think. I think a lot of people just read too much into certain situations and create their own scenarios in their mind as to what it's going to do, and they overreact to it, and it gets them in a jam up, and then a couple months later down the road they're regretting it because it worked out.
Well, that's why that's why I take I take a different approach. I try to do as many learning videos. I wish I could do more, but I try to do the just learning videos so people see, like, okay, what's the Constitution? What does it mean? What are your rights? What are your human rights? What's the difference between human rights and the laws? All that stuff. Because you should know, just so you know, so nobody takes advantage of you and your rights.
I have this analogy, or not analogy, but I have this like rule of thumb. I guess you like wave your picket sign. Don't throw Molotovs. That's how you protest. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not against protesting because it works. If something's wrong in the system, let them know they're doing something wrong. Stand there with your picket sign, but don't be beating people with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Don't be flipping. Don't be burning businesses and shit. Like that's ridiculous. Why would you want to do that? And that's for both sides. Okay.
For both sides. Well, that's like the January 6 people who all were, did that horrible stuff, and that was horrific. Who would do that?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, you can't do those kind of things. I agree with.
I also think some people take things way too personally, like it's a personal attack on them. Just because the system doesn't work exactly the way they expect it to, like they take it personally, like it's a personal attack on them, and they don't stop to think, well, that they're just doing their job. They're doing what they think is best to get things, working or whatever, And some people just take that as like, oh wait, you're gonna adjust Social Security, and they take it personally, like they, and then by the time they realize what's really happening, they're not taking it away from you. So relax. All they're doing is trying to adjust it so that the people that deserve it get it. That's all they're trying to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I think more people are upset, like women, about the rights to their bodies, and
I agree
that's
with that. I agree with that.
Our right, so I don't think they should fuck with it. So in that respect, it is against us, so we have to yell about it.
Right. In that case, I agree that the government should not step in when it comes to somebody's personal rights to do what they want with their body, regardless of what it is. Whether it's an operation,
I agree 100% with that.
I'm sorry, I said the O word. I apologize, YouTube. But no matter what the reason, it is their body. I mean, the only other one that should be considered in that scenario is maybe the father, but only to an extent, because they also have to consider what it does to the mother. Like the mother literally has to be the one to decide. Well, they have to weigh the pros and cons, right?
Yeah,
they're the ones that have.
Well, and it's not only that. It would be different if they said you need, Right. But when somebody's literally dying and they're like, well, no, it's illegal. Sorry, screw you. You're
Right.
both gonna die then.
Exactly. Exactly.
You know, that's not the right thing to do, you know? And the government shouldn't be allowed to make
Right.
those decisions. Only a doctor should, you know?
Right. The doctor and the individual in the family.
Oh, and the family, of course.
That should make the like my like if I was a woman and the doctor said, well, if you go ahead with this pregnancy and it may kill both of you, my brother's not going to come tell me and make the decision what I do. You know,
Right.
I'm going to give the life to the child, okay, because he'll have a better chance. So, yeah, you know, but somebody else may figure, well, spare the mother, sacrifice the child, but that's them. That should be left up to just them. Not even the doctors should tell you what you should do.
Right.
You know,
Well, no, but if the doctor tells you you're going to die, here's your choices, it should be
Right.
up to you, not the government.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep. I agree with that because
Yeah.
nobody should have the right to decide what one individual does with their own self. You know,
Yeah.
that's between them and their maker.
Yeah.
You know, if they find out in the end they made the wrong decision and, you know.
Right. Then that's
like, and we don't even know that could be, you know, we don't even know that would be the case because we haven't been there yet. You know what I'm saying?
right. And I think if it's a health issue,
Yeah. Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know that he's going to be mad at you.
Right.
You know?
I
Now,
say,
if,
do what benefits the majority. You know, if it benefits the mother and child, the decision you make is a benefit to mother and child. That's what you should do. You know what I'm saying? That's just my personal feeling. Not like you shouldn't consider your own self. You know, just yourself. You have to take into consideration all who it affects. You know what I'm saying? They're the only ones that should be involved in that decision. The ones that are immediately affected by it.
Yeah.
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 So individual liberties, yes, Christina, and nice
Yes.
to meet you, Christina. But yeah,
so,
and that's another. What I was gonna say is like I was talking about this with one of the guys on the bus coming back from the picnic today. So we got into a discussion. I says, you know, I think because the idea of disbanding the independent running for president, right? Just because there hasn't been one elected, you know, so they figure we'll just. I think that was a deliberate move of the government to deliberately separate us, to give us only
Hey,
two
Shelley.
options. You know,
Well,
you have to be.
but not
this
only
or
that,
this. You know, I'm like,
yeah, and not only that,
all
I
that
think
does
it's
is separate
because,
us.
yeah, and they don't, you know, they have all these, you know, electorates, but in here when I went to vote for president, they only gave me Republican or Democrat. They
Yeah.
didn't even let me vote for a third party.
Yeah, there is none anymore. They disbanded it.
There was before, and they still didn't put them on the ballot. You know, so
Oh,
it wasn't right.
Nobody wanted that crazy old man in the office anyway. Are you
No,
talking
the
about
other one, the
old
one
guy?
this time, his name was Chris. I
Oh,
forget.
I didn't think they had
Anyway.
one running on the last.
Yeah, they had one this last time. Yes.
Oh, I thought they.
But he wasn't on the ballot in like he was in the ballot in Indiana, but he wasn't in the ballot in New York.
Oh, I didn't know that
Like-
because I thought.
Yeah.
I thought they got rid of it after Biden's administration.
They got rid of it now. Now they
Because I
phased
didn't
it out
see an
for.
independent on our ballots either. I
Yeah,
looked
but it
up
was
online.
they had it in Indiana. My daughter voted for the third
Right.
party.
Well, that's what I mean. I was agreeing with you. Like, why would they have it in one state, not the other? Maybe they just didn't get around to taking it off in some states.
I don't know, but
But yeah, because I like the idea of having an independent running. It's just unfortunate.
Sorry, Kim.
That, you know, you're forced.
Well, I think it's okay because more people vote for Democrat or Republican. So just run as a Democrat and have, and say your views, which Democrats and the third party are kind of close, So just run as a Democrat.
I also suggested let's get rid of the Democrat Republican whole idea, right? And just take 10 valid candidates, right? Put them through a triathlon, like on that Adam Sandler movie where you have to go through and then after that, put him in a Royal Rumble, okay? And the last man standing is the president, Like, give us more than 2 choices for one thing, Why not do it that way? The gladiator way. It's like,
the gladiator way. Well, but it would have to be on like grammar, and they'd have to give them a test in public, not running, because some of them are older. Okay, I don't expect you to run a fucking marathon, but I expect you to know how to write grammar,
Have you seen the Adam Sandler movie where he had to go back to school?
Yes.
That's what I was talking about. At the end, they put out
math test.
So they did the whole school part of it, and I was like, that's what they ought to do. Get the brightest mind and the most able-bodied to be the. Don't base it on false views of what they intend to do. Because once Congress gets involved, everything they say they want to do, that gets squashed by Congress, which gives the illusion they were just lying just to get into office, which most of the time isn't the case. They have full intentions of doing what they say, but as soon as they get elected and those bills come in,
because there's different Congress and I agree.
Right.
So, but they should take an IQ test. You should have to have a certain IQ.
Yeah, I gotta jump off here. I'll be listening, but I gotta.
Okay, your arm hurt?
Totally fucked up my shoulder, so.
Okay. Thanks for coming up, honey.
Fucking pain here.
Thank you.
All right. Hey, no problem. If you need to talk again sometime private, call or something, either one of you, just let me know. Send me an email.
All right, I got your numbers. I got your phone numbers. Right. You gave them to me a long time ago.
All right. And I'll let you know.
Christina.
I'll let you know if anything else comes to me.
All right, Boomer. Thank you.
If there's any further messages, but all right.
I
gotta get out of here. Much love. Keep it real.
Love you. Bye.
Yeah, that's why I said that, Christina. If you could take an IQ, if you have to have a certain IQ to be president, that would get rid of a lot of crap, right? So if you gave them a test, that would work, because you want somebody who's smarter than the average Joe to be president, right? Like, that's just,
smarter than the average.
Smarter than the average Joe. I don't know. Isn't that the saying? Smarter than the average Joe.
It is. I'm just laughing because you said it.
No. So, they used to say that long before he was, but that saying has been old. But you want somebody smarter and with more integrity and more with more so you should have to go through their computers, their phone records, everything. There should be a whole investigation before that person could be president, and then an IQ test. Done. You know how many people that would get rid of? that shouldn't be president? A lot. Oh, no, you searched how to be a flamingo dancer on Google. You can't be president. I don't know.
My God.
But anyway. Hi, Shelly. Did I say hi to you? I think I did, but in case I didn't, Hi, Shelley. So, yeah, everybody has a higher IQ. I'm not that brilliant, and I'm sure I could beat him in a test. Oh, boy, you know what we should do with them? Put them on that show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And have the presidential people with the fifth graders and see who wins.
What are you talking about?
Yes.
Oh my God, she got so excited. She's having her going on.
I said, you remember that show, Mary, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Yeah.
You put the presidents on, the president hopefuls with the fifth graders, and whoever wins, that. And if the fifth grader wins, guess what? The fifth grader become president. I don't give a shit.
Oh my God.
That would work, right, Christina? Oh, that'd be so much fun too. Okay, we're gonna pick the president. Here's the fifth graders. Here's the presidents. Who's gonna win? Well, these three didn't win against the fifth graders. We gotta toss them out. Get three more candidates. Be so funny. And you know what? The way the world is, everybody'd go for that. That'd be right, Christina? That'd be so damn ass funny.
Your laughing's cracking me up. And how long?
No, because actually, Shelley, that would inspire those children to learn more.
I didn't know you was here.
Yeah.
I'm not looking in chat right now.
That would inspire children, because if you say you have to have a certain IQ to be president, that child's going to be like, I want to be president. I'm going to study more. You know what I'm saying? It would raise the bar, and that's what we want to do. We want our children to be smarter than we were. We want to raise the bar.
Who do want their children to succeed more than we did?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You want your children to be better than you were, and
I
so
guess
you
there
want
is parents out there don't give a shit, but I'm not one of them.
Yeah, so you want them, Christina, presidents and prime ministers can't be astute, otherwise they will ask too many questions. Civil servants are the ones who run the show. That may be right, but Hi, Anne. But learning never stops. That's right. Well, you know what I'm saying. It learning is so. I mean, everybody knows. The more you know, the better off you are, right? Because less chance that you'll run across something that stumps you. So it might not raise the IQ, but it will definitely raise their thrive to learn new things, which is, why we give children books, why we put them in school, why we do all that stuff, is so that they can learn and become, something great.
Something that society itself, to contribute. They can contribute.
Yeah, that would bring up
for your kids.
That our president would be educated up to the fifth grade level. Okay, did you ever see that show?
What?
Try it. I'm asking Shelley,
No.
Did she ever see that show? Because that show, they did chemistry problems that scientists, those kids were geniuses. That's why they had that show, Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Because what they were teaching, what those kids knew, yeah, it was fifth grade science, but you and I, especially me, because I don't have a good memory, but, wouldn't be able to fathom that, because we don't have brains that work like that. That doesn't mean I'm stupid. It just means that I don't have the capacity to think of to do these,
Right.
These things, those questions, some of them I was like, what the hell? They're teaching fifth graders this complex, it was literally like how electric worked in like a math problem that was like this big only, and I was like, how the hell did that kid do that? It doesn't make all men and women are not very. Why? Women can do those math problems just as much. Anybody could learn, and anybody could be smart if they're willing to learn. And that's just my belief. Maybe it's not everybody's, but my belief is if you want to learn, you can learn it. I mean, I wasn't interested in learning that math problem, but if I literally sat down and put my mind to it, I could learn it. No doubt about it. But I wasn't interested in it. But if I wanted to be the president of the United States, you damn well know that I would have went to every single one of those classes and learned everything I could. But I didn't want to be the president of the United States. In fact, when I was younger, I wanted to be an actress. So I didn't think I needed so much schooling. Boy, was I a dumbass. You know what I'm saying? And this is why it's good to tell people, look, you got to be smart to do things in this country. So learn things. Learn. Always keep learning and improving yourself. There's nothing wrong with learning. Nothing. My state considers people with 71 competent to go to jail. That's wild to me. With IQ of 71, competent to go to jail? What do you mean by what? How does that work, Anne? If you have under a lower IQ, you can't go to jail? I'm not sure. Education is the key, Christina. I think so. I think
Right.
Like I was like, I don't need to know this stupid. I hated math because I'm not going to do anything with math. Yeah, okay. I started as a waitress, right? Well, I had to give change. I had to add the freaking bill up. Right? Okay. And then I became a manager in a retail store. Guess what? I have to do the payroll. All that shit was math. I said, I don't need to know math. And guess what? I needed to know math. And I had to go learn it all. At least the most of the stuff that I was using, right? I had to learn. I taught myself how to use graphs and all this stuff. I sat there and I taught myself because I knew if I wanted a better job than what I was at, that I was going to need to know that. I didn't know that when I was in 10th grade because I didn't realize. You don't realize. That's what it is. Because you're naivety. You don't realize, I think. So just on my point of view, like I wish I would have did more with that stuff, but it is what it is. I learned as I went along, but nowadays it's so competitive that it's better to learn beforehand. Because unfortunately, they won't consider you even for a job if you don't know certain things. Right. Well, they don't have common sense. You're right. I'm not good at algebra. No. Lack compassion. Do you really? And now I find like my son is so funny, and he's done it since he was little, okay? He'd come out and say to you, Mom. I'm like, what, Jonathan? And this is from the age of 6 till he still does it sometimes. we'll be walking and he'll see like a worm and he'll be like, do you know a worm has this many legs and the digestive, and he tells me some crazy fucking things about this fucking worm that I don't give a crap.
My son does the same thing.
And,
About all
yeah,
this
right.
shit.
And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. I'm never going to remember what he said. I don't know what the fuck he was talking about. I don't know anything
I don't
about a
understand
worm.
half of what they're saying, but yeah, I got you.
Yeah, I'm not going to keep a hold of it because why do I need to know the digestive tract of this worm that we just passed, right? But
Right.
no, but he's very compassionate. But he knows that stuff. Some people are smart that way, and they can retain. That's the whole thing. If you can retain the information, you know. My son's one of those actually, he's overly, sometimes, now he got better, but when he was younger, he was overly sensitive. I was like, oh my God, this kid, his feelings get hurt if you look at him sideways, you know? Now he got better, but yeah, he was overly sensitive, but he could tell you every stupid fact that there was. And they're not stupid. They were important to him because he loved the animals, right? He could tell you friggin' anything about an animal. I'm like, where'd you learn all this? He goes, I read a book, you know? If they take a test and one scores higher than the other, but the one is best suited for the job, lower score, it doesn't.
That's like my
Does
kids. My kids do the same thing. But they have talked about some of the stuff that I wouldn't even begin to know where they found the knowledge of it at, or they read it, or why even they did it to start with. So I get what you're saying. I mean, they just floor me sometimes. I'm sitting here thinking, man, have I got some smart kids.
Yeah, but Shelley, it shouldn't be equal. The president of the United States should not be equal. And I don't care. That's my feeling. I was just talking about the president taking a test to be the president because the president should be held to a high standard. They should not be equal to anybody. I feel they should they're the mouthpiece. They're the what the whole world sees. They're your voice. The president is your voice. And I don't want no dumbass fucking moron talking for me. Excuse my language. So, yeah, that's exactly right, Shelley. Nobody should be the president if they're a dumbass. That's how I believe. That's why they should take a test. I don't think that it should be equal. Not anybody should be president. Shit, that I'm gonna go be president. You don't want me fucking being president because my thoughts are a whole lot different than all your guys' thoughts, right? I didn't even, besides a few college courses that was like in public speaking, which I couldn't remember now if I wanted to. I don't have a high education. You want my dumb queen's ass going and running for president? Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna go talk to the queen of, well, now it's the king of England. I'm be like, yo, bro, what's up? The fuck? You don't want me. No, we want the best of the best to be president. So yeah, no, I believe they should take a test. I get what you're saying. Everybody in the world should be equal, treated equally. But when it comes to the president, no, they should be a standout model for what the world is. And that's my thought on that. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. If they take a test, and yeah, right, but anyone should be able to run for president. Yeah, anybody should run, but not anybody should win. Like I said, you don't want to have an uneducated person in office speaking for you. You don't. Trust me on this. You do not want an uneducated person making decisions for you. Because that's what the president's doing ultimately. So I don't care. You can run, but if you don't have a certain IQ, you can't win. Like, the end all and be all should be you cannot run if you're a dumbass. I don't know. There should just be a law about that. Maybe there will be one day. Who knows? Maybe there will be one day. I don't know. And no one would like if I was the president, because it would be like a big oh no. I'm sure if you were in the White House, Shelly, you'd be making that chicken Alfredo for everybody and making everybody happy.
She'd be making Alfredo.
She'll be making chicken Alfredo. She'll tell the cooks in the White House, no, move the fuck over. Let me show you how this shit's done with my big ass knife. I'd rather have Shelly almost in the office. Hello, move over. And at least you would have made the garden beautiful, the rose garden, not paved it over. Anyway, never mind that. We weren't talking politics. But, that's just in general. Like I said, I just feel in general, if somebody's going to speak for me and my voice, that they should be smarter than I am. Like, that's just how I feel. Because I don't know everything, right?
I don't either, but I don't claim to, so.
Yeah. Well, like lawyers know a lot of stuff, right? I don't know half the stuff. And they retain and they're always continue learning because new things come out, new laws, right? Lawyers are very smart. They might be assholes, some of them, but they're very smart. If they're good ones. If they're good ones, they're very smart. But yeah, craziness. Yeah, their farewell dinner. Shelly. The president should be equal, otherwise you unravel your independence. It's why you gained independence from dictatorship and you have 3 Second Amendments. And it's why the UK have the... No. Yeah, equal. When we say we want to be treated equally, that means women get the same pay as men get the same. The president's gonna get minimum wage like everybody the fuck else. I agree with that, but that doesn't mean they need to be stupid, because they're speaking for your whole entire country. So no, yeah, they have to be smarter. I don't know. And they have to be held to a higher standard, because they're like, it's like this. You want to show off to your new girlfriend, okay? You want to show off to your new girlfriend. Do you think it would be better if you go to meet her in a Lexus or a Porsche? Well, I have a Lexus and I have a Porsche. What am I going to take to impress this girl? I'm going to take the fucking Porsche, right? Take the fucking Porsche. I'm going to leave the Lexus home.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm going to take the Porsche to meet this girl. You know why you're taking the Porsche? Because the Porsche is a showpiece. And it speaks to something, right? And this is just an example. The president should speak to something. He should be an example of what your country is. And so you should have a Porsche in the White House, not a Honda, That's the best way I could put it, to say, like, you gotta, he's the showpiece of the United States. And you have to show that you're smart. Otherwise, the other countries can take damn advantage of you. So no, I don't believe the president should be stupid. But that, like I said, that's my opinion. And that's why I feel that way, because he's speaking for me, and he has to be the showpiece, which means the other countries are going to know that they can't take advantage of him because he's smart, or they can't take advantage of her because she's smart, or if the president is bisexual, I don't fucking know, whatever. Whatever they call themselves, they, we, he, she, I don't care who's in that seat as the president, they should be smart. Morals, human right, and decency. There you go. But seriously, Congress is supposed to work for us, right? But they steady getting paid for not accomplishing nothing. Yeah, well, now, and this is where I say is the most important. Like I always tell people, yeah, it used to be that the president, like people used to say, well, the president's not the most important. It's Congress and Senate and this and that because they pass the laws. The problem is, when it's time to vote for Congress, Senate, and all this, you don't hear as much about that vote as you do for the president, right? So now, a lot of people don't go out and vote for Senate and Congress, and then that's why you have these people that don't know how to do the job. So make sure you go out and vote for your Senate and your Congress. Make sure you look up when in your state you're having those votes, because you need to look at their backgrounds, see who works for you, and then you have to vote for them. But that's why that's going on, Shelley. Because they asked their mother, their brother, and their sister to come out and vote, and then they're in the Congress or the Senate or whatever, You got to make sure you vote. Vote, vote, vote. It's your biggest voice. And then, so you'll be all set. That was my dad. They're still on vacation. Who's on vacation? Your dad? I hope it's a good one. Yeah. I hope they're having a good vacation. I wish I was on vacation. I wish I was on vacation. Although I couldn't. I always vote for God. There you go. Yeah. Let me tell you. I was like, I'm in New York. And I don't watch mainstream media, but I have Google news and stuff that comes up, just so I could kind of see and go on my way. The day of, because somebody said, oh, thank God for Facebook. Somebody said in Facebook, oh, it's time to vote today in New York. I'm like, what the fuck? What are we voting for? And it's like, vote for mayor. I got my ass dressed so fast, went up there and voted for mayor, right? They didn't even tell us. Nothing on Google, nothing. I'm like, I'm in New York. I have my fucking location on. You're going to tell me you can't tell me when the hell the voting is? Like, what is going on? They hide that shit. You got to make sure you look at that crap. Term limits for the Senate, right, for the Senate. But yeah, you gotta go out there and vote all those little guys in, because yeah. But ow, I'm gonna grab a cigarette, guys. And stand up for a second so my poor little hips, I'm sure they're big. My big old hips are sore. My big old hips are sore. Okay. Yeah, it's a short one. Oh, happy anniversary to them. Did he get her an emerald, Kevin? Did he? Or did he like give her green shoes or something? I'm not gonna get. Yeah, these are emerald color shoes for you. Emerald color flip-flops for your anniversary to go on a little short vacation. Here's your flip-flop. No, I'm kidding. That's Mike Johnson's fault. They on a month vacation, not wanting to release the Trumpstein files. Yeah, no. Those Epstein files. Oh, God. And then, is it going to be all black when we see it? It's going to be the, to, from. There's going to be like 5 words on each page. With no names. Anyway. I don't know, but they are wine testing. Ooh, nice. They went to a vineyard. Vineyards are a nice little escape for the weekend. Nice. Well, you tell them, everyone that you know on YouTube, said, happy anniversary! And sing the song, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, that's the anniversary song. Must have came from some cartoon or show or something.
I'm back.
Welcome back, Mary.
Sorry, had to do something.
Oh!
Let me
Well,
read
that's
chat
good.
here. I haven't read it in a minute.
That's good, Christina. Because they probably don't care. Hopefully. They won't redact anything. No, Kevin's parents should definitely 55th anniversary. They should have wine, booze, strippers. Shit, I'd go all out if I was married for 55. No, let me stop. I didn't go because they knew their son is a moderator. There you go. I will listen to the survivors. Yes. Yeah. You will. I will. Will everybody else? I don't know. They want to see proof. I don't know. They must have video somewhere, Christina.
Let's have what?
I was talking about Congress. Yes.
Mm.
Oh, no, the Congress definitely don't need wine. But but Kevin's parents should have wine. The Congress definitely don't need no wine. Yeah, but I really hope they have some kind of video, pictures, something. Yeah, but that's okay, Shelly. She's right. I agree with you there, Shelly. There should be no wine served at Congress. This is not a wine and cheese party. Yep.
I must have run everybody off of my mood earlier.
No, you know,
earlier.
we already been on 3 hours. We had 11 all the way almost through to a few minutes ago. So, you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah. 3 hours. We've been yapping away talking about, you know, everything. That's all right. I am going to play my song. Before we go, Mary's chewing. Mary, can I play my song?
Yep.
It's about women's rights, but I want to play the song.
I don't care. I don't care. Go ahead.
Well, it's on your channel too. It's just about women's rights. Nothing bad.
I don't care. Go ahead.
Yishang, because I worked hard on it, and it sounds so pretty. Here we go. You guys want to hear my song? Here we go. I'm gonna play my song. Just the song part isn't out yet because I put the video with the song, but on Saturday will be just the song. It's so pretty. Yes.
The beginning from Seneca Falls, the voices grew. In 1848, they knew what to do. Rights for women was the cry in the air. Wyoming said yes, and others were dead.
It's not playing right. Can you share it to me? We can barely hear. I'm barely hearing it. It's like beeping in and out.
Is it?
Yeah, it's not playing right. Can you share it? I'll put.
Oh, maybe because I have the echo on. Wait, let me go to the audio settings.
All right.
Maybe you'll hear it better. One more time. Let's see. And where's my microphone here? Okay, let's see. Tell me now if you can hear.
The beginning from Seneca Falls, the voices grew. In 1848, they knew what to do. Rights for women was the cry in the air. Wyoming said yes, and others were dead. Silent sentinels, hunger strikes born. 1920, the dream they had told. We rise because the rights we won. The work's not over, it's never done. From the valley to our places in the street. History's rhythm keeps moving up feet. Expanding rights, Title IX. A classroom thin.
It does sound funny in and out. All right. Well, I guess you guys will have to wait for Saturday. Or, well, if you watch today's video that I put out, it's at the end. Sorry. I thought it would play like when I play the other videos, you know, this Thursday videos, it seems fine. I wonder why it's acting stupid today. Okay, that's okay. All right. We tried it. Didn't work.
Yeah, it's not playing right.
Yes.
You could have shared it, though.
I can't because
you're hey.
I'm on my
I can't talk because it's going back at me.
Yeah, you're echoing. Why? All of a sudden.
You put it back
You put
on?
it back on?
No, because the chat said it was. I watched it. It was gonna. Oh,
No,
okay.
you
No, you
changed something.
changed something.
I changed
You
it and I
changed
put it
something
on,
and put it back on.
Put it back on.
and they still said they were having problems.
All right, well, go
All
whatever
right,
you
go whatever
changed.
you
It's causing
change.
me
It's
to
causing me
feedback.
feedback.
Oh, sorry, the echo. The echo cancellation. You're right. Okay. Now
Okay,
mute and
that's
then
better.
unmute.
That's better.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I hear
I don't
myself.
think I hear myself.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I'm hearing myself
Yeah, I'm
still.
hearing myself still.
Good night, Christina.
Okay, how we gonna
Okay,
fix
how we
this?
gonna fix this?
Let me see.
I don't know because I put back on the echo cancellation, so it should be fine.
I don't understand how come I can hear myself now,
I can hear myself now,
and before I
Good
couldn't.
night.
and before I couldn't.
I mean, I don't, the echo is not echoing now like it was, and then I put back on the echo. It sounds okay to me now. Are you still having stresses?
I'm still getting
I'm still
feedback.
getting
Yeah,
feedback. Yeah,
Oh, yeah? Oh, I don't know.
I can hear
I can hear
myself.
myself
Talking back to
talking
myself.
back to myself.
That makes sense.
That makes
You
sense.
know what I
But
mean?
you know what I mean?
Yeah. I know what you mean, but it's not what all I did was change take off the echo here, not the echo, the automatic adjust volume. I took the automatic adjust volume off so it wouldn't throw off the video. I thought that's what was throwing off the sound, but 2 times the love for Mary. Yeah, 2 times the love. Do you guys hear it bad there? Because I didn't change anything in hers. I just changed my adjust the volume thing, and I put it back now. So
You guys are hearing me echo too?
I don't hear you echoing on StreamYards, but I don't know what they're hearing on YouTube. Wait, let me see.
Not Christina. She said echo bad, Mary.
Talk again, Mary?
Hello.
Hello.
Still there. Well, it was. Wait a minute. It stopped.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't hear it on YouTube now.
I don't know what changed it. It's back now.
It might have took a second when I changed the setting back. It might have took a second to
No, it's back.
no, then it's not what I changed.
It's doing it.
It's doing it.
Let me drop out and come back in and see if that works.
Okay. That's what I said. It's good now, but for her on her side it echoes. So
How am I gonna do this?
here. Oh, I was gonna say I could just drop you from the stage and come back.
Did it work?
Ta-ta! You sound
I don't hear
fine to
myself.
me, like I said.
I don't hear myself, so maybe it worked.
Yeah.
That worked. I don't know what the deal was with that. I don't know why it did that.
I don't know. It could have when I put off the echo and the automatic adjust, it might have did something, and you had to leave and come back to get it to work right again. I don't know. Sometimes if you change things in the middle of the stream, it fucks it up. Sorry, guys. Anywho, yeah, I'm gonna have to put it on my on StreamYards, because I have media on StreamYards where I could play some strong songs. Like I could play my Broke Bitch song, the Coffee song, the Keeper of the Veil. I have just my background music that I make, like my fantasy one and the Feisty as Fire. So I probably could put the other one on there. I'll have to fight with it tomorrow to put some more songs on so we can listen to it from StreamYards. That's what I'll do. I did another song, Mary. It came out Tuesday. I know Kevin listened to it. Thank you. Where like I wrote, it was a poem that I wrote when I was really pissed off after my mother passed away. And
Oh, yeah?
so I made that poem into a song, and that's the song that was out on Tuesday. It's called Tough Tootie Burgers, because I didn't want to curse. But yeah, so it's called Tough Tootie Burgers. But anyway,
I've seen that, but I thought it was over politics. I didn't watch it.
you thought it was over what?
I thought you was talking about politics.
No, it's a song. Yeah,
Oh, okay.
and actually
I'll
now
watch it.
YouTube started putting, if you look at the videos, it has like a little, next to how long the video is, it has a little song, what the frick is that called? Guys, help me out. Let me show you. If I go to my videos, come on, dumbutts. Oh, YouTube's acting crazy. Show me the videos, idiot. Okay, here we go. Okay. See, if you go to look at the song, no, go back, idiot. I touched the phone, sorry. I don't know if you could see it. But you see how on the video now, you see it has a little music note. There's it. Music note in front of how long the video is. So any song that has anything that has that music note means it's just music and no spoken audio.
Oh.
So you'll know when it's a song because it has a music note in front of it now. Doesn't that have it for everybody's? See the music note? So yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So you'll know it's a song when it has the music note in front of it. So, yeah. There you go. Oh my God. Yes. Are you talking about, Shelly, the diaper diplomacy? That diaper diplomacy where the babies are like play the characters as the president and stuff? That shit is hysterical. You get your news that way with the babies telling you. Oh, it's hysterical. Did you ever watch that, Mary?
No.
It's called Diaper Diplomacy. No, YouTube has it, and it's called Diaper Diplomacy, right? And it's like if when the president does a speech, then they put it out with the baby doing it. Oh my God! And first of all, the baby.
You guys gonna have to show me.
Oh, okay.
I mean, send me a link to it.
Diaper Diplomacy. Yeah, I'll send you the link.
Diaper Diplomacy, is that what it is?
Yeah. I'll go there and I'll send it to you. It's so freaking funny. But if anybody in the chat who hasn't seen Diaper Diplomacy, that's just hysterical. I wonder if I could put it on again. I don't know. God damn.
She lied her whole career. Based on the fact that she was an Indian, she was able to get into certain colleges, get certain jobs, get into certain universities to work there. She's a liar and a mean person. She's a nut job. I watched her the other night. She's all hopped up endorsing a communist in New York City. And she was all excited and jumping up and down.
So basically, they take whatever he says in his speech, and he has these babies. They have the babies do it. It's so fucking funny. I'm going to share it with you. Anyway. That's Diaper Diplomacy. It's hysterical. If you haven't seen it, share it with you. Anyway. Oops. Sorry. You're going to hear me double for a second. That's Diaper Diplomacy. I'll put it in the chat for anybody who hasn't seen that. It's so hysterical. And then I'll send it to Mary. But anyway, yeah, that's what it is, Mary. These kiddos. Like they pretend they're the president or oh my god, it's so funny. Anyway. Yeah, thanks, Shelly. Yeah, they tell jokes and yeah, they're so funny. Diaper Diplomacy. Yeah. Mary, you're on mute. Sorry. Did you mute on purpose? Yes, Janelle. How are you, sweetheart? Good to see you. A female comedian. So funny. Oh, good. Yep. So I sent it to you on Messenger, Mary.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Mary's eating. She's getting me jealous.
I'm eating some chips. I had to get some energy or something.
Yeah. It's a good idea. I don't have any chips though. I do have a breakfast bar. I have a bar. I do have a bar.
I needed a snacky snack. Hi, Janelle.
I got these strawberry rhubarb bars, and they're organic, and they have no sugar added, and they're 8 superfood veggies. Excellent source of fiber and vitamins and minerals. Oh, Janelle, you're not blue, Janelle. Yeah. Is that the female lady? Okay. The comedian. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a Baby Morgan comedy. This one is Baby Leanne something.
No.
Baby Leanne Morgan.
I love when they do the politics one. So funny. That's the only way we should watch politics.
Right.
Diaper diplomacies.
Oh my God! You ever see this one? The last one she put on there. If that ain't a junior there, I don't know what ain't. Just bring it up. That's cute as hell.
Mm-hmm.
I'll watch them later.
Oh my God, I love all of them. Yeah. Mm-mm. But that diaper diplomacy is so funny. Mm-mm. Anyway, I love strawberry rhubarb, and it's hard to find things with the strawberry rhubarb flavor. So when I saw these, I was on Amazon. I was very excited, and they actually are quite good.
Strawberry what?
Can't go
Rhubarb.
wrong. Strawberry rhubarb. I love
Oh.
strawberry and rhubarb together, but it's really
Mm.
hard to find in anything. So, the last one's different. Yeah. I grabbed the link. I'll watch that one later, shall we? Oh, yeah, but the babies are great. I'm waiting. My cane should be here soon.
Oh, what?
And
Did they get watermelon?
Yes, you did.
I'm gonna let it get
I'm gonna
cold and then I
go-
want it.
I wonder if it's closer. I ordered a cane. But it's so hard for me to walk all the way to my grandmother now with my hips and my back, right? So I've been waiting for it. I ordered it from Temu because I can't afford them anywhere else at the moment. Stop giving me offers. I don't want no damn offers. Stop your bullshit. Listen. You won $80. They never give you $80. Stop your shit. Okay, leave me alone. I won't download the Temu app because then they just bother you every 5 minutes on your phone. But when you go on to try to look at something, they'll do this 500 thing where it's like, you earned this, you earned that, you earned this. They have never gave me one credit. They gave me a pillow for free for once, but that pillow sucks. So yeah. Anyway, that's that whole thing. A pillow, and they did give me a little fan, which that worked good. Would you leave me the hell alone? I'm trying to find out if my thing, I know what shipped, but I want to see where it is. Okay, you're gonna leave me the fuck alone now. Wait, there's more. There's never more. You want me to spend $100 before you give me $100. Leave me alone. And then they still don't give it to you, but that's it. The only way this would be good if they let me put it to my PayPal, like, no, I don't want to be the...
I hate to say this, but I need to get off here. I'm drained.
Hi, Tina. Welcome in. No problem, sweetheart. I hope you're well, Tina. I'm sorry we've been here 3.5 hours and we're getting ready to go. We were just yippity yapping and now we're tired.
Yeah.
We were talking about all sorts of things, but now we're tired. Mary, thank you so much for telling your story, and thank you to everyone who listened to Mary's story and hung out
You're
with
welcome.
us. And
thank you for all the comments and the support and the love, and just it helped me tremendously. I'll tell you that. Thank you, Boomer, and you, and just I needed it.
I knew you were working, Tina. It's fine, lovey. I hope you had a great day at work. And I know you needed it, Mary. Thank you so much. We'll be on next Thursday. Maybe we'll do something fun. Maybe we could get some
Yeah.
games working. I think what we'll do
I'll
is we'll
try not
play
to be a
games.
downer next week.
No, I think next week we'll play games because even Fancy and Diane, I think we're asking for games. So definitely next
I'm trying to
week.
get them to work, but I ain't got them to work right. I mean, they're gonna work right before we can play them.
Well, we could always do like we can find some like fun trivia questions or something else. We could try some other
Right.
games, like you know.
I could probably do that. Yeah.
Yeah, let's look for that. Let's have game night next Thursday. What do you guys think in the chat? Game night? Yes. All right.
I'm good with that.
Let's do game night. Wednesday, I will be doing cards again, God willing. We're all here next Wednesday and Thursday.
I'm sure we'll be on sometime.
Yeah. Tomorrow is a scary story video comes out. I'm really starting to love the Friday Night Scary Stories series. This week's scary story plot came from Fancy. If you guys have a story plot, after you watch the video, just drop a comment, like one or two lines of your little story plot. Like, two people running in the forest and they hear this kind of noise. What's going on? And that's basically what she gave me, and I made a whole story out of it. So Kevin gave me a story plot. It was a little more. Thank goodness he gave me a few more sentences. And I made a whole story out of his. So yeah. So those are really fun. So
Yeah, Shelly, the whole first part of tonight,
yeah,
just go back and watch it because they helped me tremendously. It's a story about two dreams, my brothers and me. So that and family stuff, yeah. And what I've been going through. So anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
No, that's okay. And so, yeah, so guys, if you didn't see the beginning, go back and see the beginning, the dreams, and even leave Mary a comment of what you think was going on. And yes, Shelly, thank you for hanging out with us. And I loved it, Christina. Yes, Kevin really did like his story. He thought I did a great job with it. So yeah, so Friday Night Scary Story is becoming one of my favorite things I do on the channel. And then Sunday, we do Sinister Sunday, which is real paranormal stories. Right now, I'm doing that segment. But there's also older ones where I actually went to, I didn't go there. It's basically, I investigate places, but not by going there, by reading and doing its history and all that research. So virtually. So it's virtually investigating like real haunted places. So that was all the ones in the beginning. And now I'm telling paranormal stories from people all over the world and all over the internet. So those are fun to hear. We have some of our subscriber stories. So if you have a story that you want to get out there, real paranormal story, just email. You can email me, or you can send it to the messenger, which I have on my channel. So yes. So thank you guys for coming. Yeah, sweetie, I'm sorry we're just ending, but thank you so much for coming, everybody, and we will see you.
Bye, everybody.
Next Wednesday. Let's see if I can get an end screen.
I got it.